Now for a movie rant break, One Up presents a movie rant break. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the movie rant break. Got some returning guests today. We got Matt G in the building.
What's going on, everybody? Happy to be here. Excited to talk about this. It's another Marvel movie, but we back.
We back. And we got all the way from the West Coast, John Smith.
Hey, you already know what the fuck going on. It's John Smith. We here in this bitch. Let's get it.
Damn. So I got the team in here today, and we are going to be talking about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Just came out last Friday, which was May 5th, 2023, with a runtime of 2.5 hours. With a budget of $250 million. Currently, it's at $344 million 5 or 6 days into it, which is
No fall off.
no fall off.
No. People were shitting on how it only was 118 on opening weekend, and it was like 30 something behind the volume 2. But I had a strong feeling there would be no fall off. Like that thing is gonna keep going.
It's gonna run.
Yeah. Word of mouth is always the key with any type of movie that hits box office. Mm-hmm. It's facts.
Yeah, facts.
Shut the fuck up. So directed and written by James Gunn. Obviously, it's based off the Marvel Comics. It was produced by Kevin Feige. Film was starring Chris Pratt, Zoe Saldana, I love you, Dave Bautista, Karen Gillan, Palm Clementieff, Vin Diesel, Bradley Cooper, Will Poulter, Sean Gunn, Chukwudi Iwuji, Linda Cardellini, Nathan Fillion, Sylvester Stallone. Will you fucking shut the fuck up? Cinematography by Henry Braham, edited by Fred Raskin and Greg D'Oria. Music by John Murphy, distributed by Walt Disney, and I think that's it for that. Reception currently with IMDb is an 8.3 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes, 82%. Little brief breakdown, super brief and vague. It is the conclusion of the superhero group Guardians of the Galaxy in the final film of the trilogy. And yeah, let's get into it. I first wanted to bring up the fact that the director/writer James Gunn a couple years ago, I think it was 2018, got dropped from tweets that he had said years in the past.
Ancient times.
Yes.
Yeah. The woke media tried to cancel this man.
This was early wokeness too.
Oh yeah.
He was one of the first victims of the wokeness. And I was actually reading some of the tweets and they are extra.
Yeah, but he was joking. That's
they are extra though. They are. I'm not advocating to drop the man, but if I was employing him, I'd be like, hey, just make sure you do not say tweets like because there's many that are just like I was reading them and they're weird.
Can you give us like an example?
I'll give you an example. Oh, this is good.
Wasn't it about like little kids or something?
Yeah, there's a lot of like sus weird shit.
But I'm pretty sure he was just like full-fledged on a joke rant and they like took it out of context.
There was many. Yeah, he's like, this hotel shower is the weakest ever. Felt like it was a 3-year-old was peeing on my head.
Yeah, like that's a joke.
I know, but it just is like, why is that the joke? But nonetheless, like just weird shit like that. But
Classic. I feel like it's a 3-year-old thing. Do you know what that feels like, James?
Yeah, I don't even want to know. But
Mr. Gunn,
I was on the defense when that happened because it was whack. Because James Gunn was, a big part of why Marvel has been successful.
facts.
Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one when it came out, was really what led to the awesome first run that Marvel had leading up to Infinity War and Endgame. So I'm glad that Disney smartened up. I don't know if you guys know what the thing that churned the tides. I know he went and did a DC film. I don't know if that got multiple. Yeah. And he is now in control of the DC universe.
I'm pretty sure Chris Pratt was like, we're not doing it if he doesn't do it.
No, all of them said they wouldn't do it.
They wouldn't do it.
No one was going to do that movie if he wasn't coming back.
Yeah.
Because he's the only one who's actually taking care of those characters. They even brought James Gunn in to help on Infinity War with those characters. None of those actors would have worked without him. And yeah, he is in full control of DC Universe. I thought we were going to go in this a little bit later, but I can jump on it right now. Like, this is his send off to Marvel, right? Like that's like he's done, right? Because now he's going to be the Kevin Feige of DC. Like he's running the show. And I genuinely think that Marvel has nothing else from here on out that I could give a flying fuck about.
Yeah.
There's nothing. Like they don't have any characters that they haven't ruined completely and that they haven't completely destroyed, or upcoming characters that I don't think they will destroy. And they're in a cataclysmic fucking explosion of shit. And it's Phase 4 was the worst phase of any like Marvel Cinematic Universe history. And this is like the last redeeming quality of Marvel. And now I can wash my hands and I can just be a DC fan from here on out, because everything after The Flash is going to be James Gunn's work, and he's a genius.
I think DC is going to be in very good hands, good shoes, like whatever you want to call it. James Gunn's going to kill it. I'm excited for it. Hopefully we get some good stuff out of it. I'm curious to see what Marvel is going to do, because I understand like what you're saying. Like I could have washed my hands after Endgame and been fine.
Should have.
I should have.
You would have been better.
Looking back,
just watch Spider-Man No Way Home and then just call it.
Yeah,
like,
but like I am excited to see like them actually do a actual Spider-Man where he's actually Spider-Man, not like this souped up Tony Stark.
Yeah, but Spider-Man isn't even Marvel. It's fucking Sony.
Well, I was gonna say, and it's not even Marvel. It's Sony. I am looking forward into the Spider-Verse. By the way, that movie.
Yeah,
looks
it's gonna
awesome.
look gas again.
Like,
Sony though, right?
Sony, yeah. So it's not Marvel, but I mean, we'll see. Like, I mean, Marvel's got a lot to deal with right now. Their major villain for their next movie is caught up on some DV stuff. So.
I mean, take the villain from this movie and make him what fucking what's his name was supposed to be.
Ooh, Kang?
Yeah, literally take what's the villain from this movie called? What's his name? Fucking
I don't even know actually.
No, he's the fuck, dude. I'm so pissed.
We're doing a movie podcast.
I know, dude. I only
That's
got to
how
see
good the movie was,
well,
though.
I only got to see it once, and that's unfortunate. I want to see it twice. I was pissed off that I didn't get to, but it just ended up not working.
But
out.
anyways, you're not going to be able to do that because you already set it up with Kang.
I know,
So, but it's like,
but trash him, dude. He was garbage in Ant-Man 3.
The High Evolutionary.
Yeah, High
Evolutionary.
Evolutionary. Make him fucking the new, like literally just change the plan, because he was a fucking amazing villain. Probably, and that's one thing that James Gunn, I got to give 1,000 times credit for. He knows how to make fucking real villains in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Everybody else that's a fucking villain in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is like these weird fucking, they try to like get you to relate with him, other than Thanos, obviously, and like they're just not well written.
Thanos
like
Loki, right?
This dude, the High Evolutionary, was a fucking savage, dude.
Psycho. It was
An
awesome.
absolute psychopath. There was no redeeming qualities, which is like what you want in a villain. You know?
I brought up the James Gunn thing before we got in this because the reason I want to bring it up is to be like context of like where this movie was coming from, and like I think it was supposed to come out earlier, and because of everything that was going on, it didn't, and so that's why I just wanted to address that going into it, so people know there was a lot leading up to this film, and I think they still stuck the landing, so to speak, and it's just because I just thought that was relevant to go in to this review with, knowing the politics that were kind of associated with this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Getting more into the film, I was so happy that it was based around the origins of Rocket. I thought that was super dope.
Yeah, like fucking absolute gas.
You're super excited?
Dude, I'm so fucking excited. Especially because I was telling you this, I watched 1 and 2 on the plane ride out here today. So, like, I wanted to fully envelop myself in these characters and see the progression of them. And I was able to kind of do that on the backwards almost, you know? I watched 3 and then I watched 1 and 2. But it was just so cool to see the hero's journey. And the fact that James Gunn really lets heroes be heroes. He doesn't undercut that by like socio-political standpoints or, you know, inclusiveness and shit.
Yeah.
You know, he cares about his characters more than anybody I've seen in all of, you know, superhero movies. And that to me is like everything. And so, yeah, when you talk about what he did for Rocket and his story arc, there were so many points in 1 and 2 where they say little things like Yondu says, that scientist that ripped you apart, he didn't love you just like my parents didn't love me. Like they sent me off into slavery. You remember that whole sequence? Like that, just little things like that setting up for this.
It's not even just in 1 and 2. It's in like Infinity War and stuff like that. When I'm just gonna kind of go ahead in the film, but like when Rocket sees the light in Lila, and she goes, "No, the story was about you."
Yeah.
And that's why Thor calls him like the captain, because like it's not Quill, it's actually about Rocket. So that was like super cool, super cool little like nugget in there from Thor, just being like, no, it's about like the little raccoon or rabbit,
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool, and then like obviously Rocket didn't know he was a raccoon until he saw all the baby raccoons.
Right, and I think part of that is James Gunn, I think, sees himself in Rocket.
Yeah.
One thing about James Gunn that he said in an interview is he said that, sometimes the money and the success and like how well recepted your movie was and all this stuff kind of gets in the way of the creativity and the story. And he's like, my number one priority has always been and always will be putting story and my creativity over this idea of what the outcome is. And if you kind of think about what Rocket ended up being, he ended up being the only one that the High Evolutionary created that actually had the ability to be creative and like think on his own, which is so fucking tight,
and not like regurgitate information rather than come up with ideas. Which
exactly,
was super
it's giving me chills. Talk about it right now. That shit is so hot. Yeah,
and in like the High Evolutionary, I just love how obsessed he was with getting Rocket back.
Oh, I loved it.
He was just like, I fucking need it back because I need to figure out what the fuck I did. But like sometimes it's kind of like mysterious how like that works, where it's like you can't recreate it. No matter what. It's like a great like life lesson.
The way he showed how broken he was when he found out that Rocket had that ability because he solved that problem with his Ninja Turtle machine.
I did think of Ninja Turtles right through the turtle reference.
Yeah. You just saw how, especially when he came back in, I think he was drunk or something, but he was like broken. Like he couldn't wrap his head around it.
Yeah.
Like he was just so fucked up about the fact that he had this capability and how he missed it and what is he missing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, he also, I think, obviously in there, he felt that his creation was like one-upped him and was superior because he didn't think of it. And, he's the creator and he's the
egomaniac.
High Evolutionary.
Yeah, but he got one up. Shout out to Rocket. And
One up.
And I also think with the placement of developing Rocket's story, it wasn't it didn't feel like it was an add-on. You know how sometimes when there's like a trilogy or something, it's just like left field. They're like, oh, now we're going to add to this character. Yeah. This felt that it made sense, like with the High Evolutionary, like having this lapse of time where he wasn't looking for him. And then what happens in the second one with the Sovereign.
Yeah.
And then that kind of like
connection of the fact that he made the Sovereign.
Yeah. So then he's like, oh shit. Like, so like the tie-ins are really good and it's really well written.
Shout out Adam Warlock.
Yeah.
How did you feel about him?
I love the fact that he was like a literal child. That was my favorite.
I didn't expect him to be like that, and I liked how he jumped in right in the beginning of the film. It got the film going, and it made sense. And I thought he was the main villain going into the film, and then I liked how he was the kid, and he didn't really know. He was just kind of like a.
Well, he took him out too early, like they say that, and like he's like now he's like learning to be a person or a being or like whatever.
I liked his character though.
Yeah, I thought Will did a good job as him. Like it was very like the facial reactions and everything, just being like, "What is that?" Like at one point, you know what I mean? Thought it was good.
Well, I mean, what you said just kind of hit the nail on the head because a lot of people's criticism right now about this movie is Adam Warlock's character in the comics was so important to a lot of different sagas. He actually is the one who had the Mind Stone in his head, not Vision.
Yeah.
So like he's like, and that's why they had that little diamond in his head to just kind of represent from the comics. But like he's actually a badass and like a real gangster badass.
He's like the only one that can like sit down and have like an intellectual conversation with Thanos.
Yeah.
Like Thanos will actually listen to him.
Yeah, he's a G. So people are shitting on this movie a little bit because they think they undercut his character, but I think they like you said, they pulled him out too early. Maybe they're going to build off of him, and maybe they do right by him. But I doubt it. At this point, I don't trust anything that James Gunn doesn't have his hands on in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So.
Obviously, at the end, they're going in their own separate directions.
Right.
So,
which I like.
I like that a lot.
I loved it. Well, we can talk about the end later.
Yeah, really quick.
There's a lot to say.
Also, I do want to give another shout out to like obviously we were talking about Rocket, and I want to kind of relate to that. Bradley Cooper through this entire time doing the voice for him has done such a phenomenal job.
For sure.
So shout out Bradley Cooper.
Another
like
fan.
he brings like emotion to a fake
fucking raccoon.
You know,
it's absolutely the most amazing performance. But there's a lot of good performances in this.
Oh yeah.
Like I wouldn't say anybody doesn't. I think this is. I think Drax. What's the actor's name again?
Dave Bautista.
I think this is his best role he's ever had, and he hates it. He thinks it
Yeah.
doesn't take him seriously. Dude, I don't take you seriously when you're in actual movies because you can't act, bro.
Correct.
I'm sorry. You're the best actor in this role because you're hilarious. But like when I see you in fucking that zombie movie that Zack Snyder made or whatever, like bro, I'm like I can't take this dude seriously. You're an awful actor, bro. I'm sorry. Like stick to what's working. People like this. I know you don't like the makeup, bro, but like you're fucking killing it, dude. Everybody loves you. Like.
Yeah. I noticed Mantis got her kick game up. It's like she threw some heavy roundhouses, and I didn't expect that.
Yeah, you saw some of it in the Christmas specials. Did you guys watch the Christmas special?
I did. I didn't remember her like dropping hard
she
kicks.
had a little
like,
bit more of that. Like the
Okay.
Christmas special is what dropped that Mantis is Quill's brother. I mean sister.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could kind of figure that out if you know.
Yeah, but like
two and two together.
some people had criticism that like why'd you do that in a Christmas special? Like, shut the fuck up, dude. I can't stand people like that. It's like
I mean, you gotta watch the Guardians shit. Like when I knew that was coming, I was like, gotta check that out.
100%, dude. They went and steal fucking Kevin Bacon off of Earth and
That
bring
shit
him
was
to nowhere.
classic, dude. I did notice that earlier on in the film, one of the first fighting sequence, I think Adam Warlock breaks her arm, and then it's like not broken. And I thought Mantis, like she can't heal herself.
No, they had the med pack.
Med packs. Yeah,
She
they
med-
med packed
The med pack on.
The med pack like automatically cures you, and that's why they threw it on Rocket to just cure him.
Yeah.
And it didn't work because he had the kill
Okay.
switch. Yeah,
Okay.
they showed it.
Okay, I didn't know it could heal broken arms because it was like 90 degree. It was fucked, and I was like,
that shit up.
yeah, it was bad. Did you? So on the beginning with the raccoons and stuff, what did you think of the other creatures that were with Rocket?
His friends,
His friends.
Teeths,
Teeths.
and Floor,
Teeths.
and Lila.
Lila.
And then
I love
Floor.
it.
Yeah,
Floor.
Floor. Yeah.
Because I'm on the floor.
Yo,
Bro, that shit was hard, bro. It reminded me. It was a little bit reminiscent of like Toy Story 1.
Yeah.
You know, going into what's his name's house, Andy's house, and no, not Andy's house, the neighbor.
Oh, Sid.
Sid.
Yeah.
You know, and seeing all like the baby's head on like the. You know,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
reminiscent of that. You know, it was cool, but I really liked it, and I think like the emotion that they can put, they can give us from like CGI animals
Yeah.
is just so fucking impressive, and that just goes back to the writing. And James Gunn wrote this by himself. He wrote. He had help on the first and second one writing. He wrote this one by himself, which I think there's some things that maybe he could have had the reins pulled back on him a little bit, like he did on the first two. But like, I still think that, you know, compared to like what Taika Waititi did with Thor: Love and Thunder, having full reins on that movie, compared to what James Gunn did with full reins on this, it's not even in the same fucking wheelhouse. Like we're talking about completely different ends of the spectrum. So impressive that you can get full control and still be able to rein yourself back enough to get it done. But the ability to write character and make you care about these characters. I mean, he made you fall in love with the Guardians of the Galaxy characters that nobody knew in the first movie. Within fucking like 45 minutes, you loved all these characters. It's like insane, you know? And the fact that he can do that all the way to this movie with characters we just meet in this movie, Lila and Teefs, and, you know, characters that barely speak English, and you're adorable, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the little raccoons were adorable.
so cute.
I'm not gonna trip.
When he like grabs all the little raccoons.
Like all the times the raccoons were on
yeah.
screen, I was just like, oh my god! Like the first scene,
I want a little trash panda.
yo,
Dude, that I'm sorry, I have to say this. The fact that running joke has existed through all these movies is my favorite fucking thing on the planet. The fact that Rocket has been called a rabbit, a fox, a triangle-faced monkey, a trash panda, a squirrel, you know, like
a puppy.
Like, I mean, like literally every last thing you could think of. And they just kept it going. And then finally he finds out he's a raccoon and he says, I'm Rocket Raccoon, which is just so fucking gas. Like he owns it, because he always hated when people called him a raccoon because he didn't know that's what he was.
Yeah.
Then he finally just owns the shit out of it. Like, it's my
because
fucking favorite shit of all
that's
time.
his title essentially. His name is Rocket the
Yeah,
Raccoon.
in Rocket Raccoon. Yeah, in
Which was
the
guys, that unveil was tight.
Yeah.
like, he's like a Rocket
agree.
Raccoon. I was like, word.
super fire.
Yeah, I just thought all the little critters were like adorable, and I think this movie. Well, actually, let me say at the beginning, I wasn't sure if the film was going to be entirely about Rocket or not. I was like, I hope because the first scene they show like the raccoons, and I was like, is that it? You know, because I think it's like a 10, 15 minute, maybe more before they revisit that scenario.
And I mean, we've had someone die in every Guardians movie.
Yeah.
So like in the first Guardians, Quill's mom dies.
Yeah.
Right. In the second Guardians, Yondu dies. So like it would make sense that someone would die in this movie, and then he doesn't kill anyone. Which like the when I watched the trailer, I was like, oh, someone's gonna die in this movie.
Yeah,
I thought Rocket was.
Yeah, and if they could have just killed Rocket and then had to be a revenge mission the whole time, which whatever.
I didn't think it was going to be Rocket. I thought it was going to be Dave Bautista because he was like, I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
It was an easy out for him.
It wouldn't have hit as hard. I thought I dead looked at Susu when I was Susu's my daughter, for everybody who knows. I dead looked at Susu when Quill head fucking is exploding at the end.
I thought he was dead.
We looked at each other like, oh my God.
I thought
like,
he was all right.
I thought he was dead. I was like, it's it. I was like, holy fuck, I can't believe they did it.
I knew for a fact that he wasn't going to die.
He did?
Yeah, Chris Pratt makes way too much money for Marvel.
Yeah,
like
facts.
way too much. Like
they're gonna do a whole spin-off with him on
Earth.
So.
He's gonna be like, I think he's gonna be part of like the Avengers. Honestly,
Yeah,
like
it makes sense.
Also, that reunion with his grandfather was great.
Oh, it was fucking phenomenal.
Like I was like, did you guys watch the after credit scene?
Yeah.
Where he's just sitting there, just like eating cereal with his 95-year-old grandfather. I was like, bro, this is the funniest thing ever.
So Star-Lord.
So Star-Lord.
And then it says he's returning.
Yeah, I'm glad he's returning. I'll be curious to see what they do with him. Like, Chris Pratt's so big, like you can't put him in any like dumb TV shows, which is good. But yeah, I think
I'm not interested in anything Marvel from.
I love his character. Like I have to tune in. Like because I don't
watch it. Don't get me wrong. Just interested is a hard word.
I mean,
I'll watch it.
I understand like you're down on Marvel and you 100% have every right to be, but like they do have some like gas stuff coming. Like,
do they?
Secret Wars will be sick just for everything like coming in and out. Like you're not.
How much you want to bet that it sucks? I'll put money on it right now.
Like, what's your definition of sucks?
Under a 5 on the scale of good to bad.
It'll be over a 5 just because of what
how much money you want to put on it?
I mean,
that this is going to be undoubtedly under a 5. Like I'm talking like
Secret Wars
a 3.
So you're all right. If you put the over under at 3.5, I'll take the over.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. How much would you like to bet?
$500.
Okay, deal.
on tape.
So and what's the grading criteria?
To catch people up like that aren't familiar, the Secret Wars, that's the one with Fury and
Secret Wars is going to be like the one. It's
Kang
two-part.
Dynasty,
Kang Dynasty,
and
then
then
Secret
Secret
Wars.
Wars.
what's that joint with
It's gonna have, like, they're
That's Secret Invasion you're thinking of.
Yeah.
Oh,
Secret
okay.
Invasion. We're gonna get
That's
like
a TV show.
Yeah,
That's
that's got
coming
like
Okay, with Nick Fury,
Yeah,
yeah.
Emil Clark in it. Shout out.
I
to
thought that's
Nurse.
what you were betting money on. I was
No.
like,
No, that's
damn.
a
Secret
weird-
Wars is going to be like the Infinity War and Endgame
Yeah,
of
it's
this.
gonna be like
phase.
it's gonna be like Doctor Doom and shit like that. Like,
Which could be tight. But
so what's the grading criteria? Like, what website are we using? Over 3.5? Like,
the movie rant break. The movie rant break.
But yeah, it's gonna be
Top 10
it's
movies
gonna
rated
be
of all time.
your actual opinion. Like you have to bite the bullet and literally, like I will pay you $500 if I genuinely think it's a good movie. But if it's a shit movie and you try to tell me it's good,
In a draw, I get brought in.
okay,
yeah, thank you, yeah.
If you guys are if you guys cannot come to understanding,
and here it is. Like this is, I'll give you a little.
I'm
reason.
automatically just going to you. If he says it's bad. I'm not even arguing with him because you can't fucking argue with him. So I'm just going to you. Just be like, what's your opinion?
Man, that's cold. But hear me out. They are on a butcher spree, and they don't. It's a wheel that's spinning so fast they can't stop it. And
they're
it's
trying.
snowballing.
They're trying to.
They're trying to, and guess what, man? There's a lot of time left on the clock before Secret Wars.
Are they trying to? What have they done?
They're instead of putting out like what is it like? They're putting out like 9 properties a year. They're trying to go back to the 3.
You want to know why though?
Because they're booty cheeks.
They lost a lot of money.
Yeah, that's
they
good.
they cut the spending by like billions of dollars,
But,
and
like-
then doubled the spending on Star Wars, and then they flopped on Mandalorian fucking season 3.
But like,
Why?
it's
You
their.
didn't like
the
the-
numbers are half of what they were on the
You
previous
didn't like the
season.
season?
It's trash.
You're
Absolute
crazy. You're
garbage.
crazy. I liked it.
It's
absolute garbage.
So
I like
like,
it.
but the thing is though, is like they're learning, and like that. No,
Where?
If you're cutting back on Marvel and you're putting out good projects, like if you're putting out a good project like this movie, which it is, and it's making that much money, Marvel, maybe Disney's going to be like, oh, maybe it's just like time for us to get back to putting out good content. There's a lot of time left on the clock here, Jim.
I think that the socio-political thing they go identity politics that they're in too deep on.
It's lost them a lot of money.
Yeah, but they're not going to run away. They won't. I guarantee you they won't.
I think you're going to start to see them run away.
I mean, honestly, the Marvels is going to fucking.
So
I'm not going to.
They already know that, but that's why they put them all together. If you really think about it, they know it's going to not be a great movie. Now, if you made that bet, we hey man, Glenn, you think the Marvels is going to be a good movie?
It's going to be a 1 out of.
Okay,
I'm not even going to watch
all right,
it.
let's cut to the chase. No, it's fine. It's great. So the bet is it based off both films? Because
No, Secret Wars is one film.
It's the Infinity War one.
Dynasty. No, it's the Endgame.
It's the Endgame one.
Yeah.
So Kang Dynasty is the Infinity War.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, like I can't put my marbles on that because Jonathan Majors likes to hit women, allegedly, I should say.
Well, that's.
Did she deserve it?
Whoa, that's a path
Valid
we're not
question.
going down.
It's a valid question. What'd she do?
It's multiple things. It's really messy right now, actually.
I mean,
you don't
honestly,
know, like,
but
exactly
real
what it is.
shit. I've gotten arguments with people about hitting women before, so I'm not going to get into it. But if a woman kills my mother, I'm going to fucking slap.
If she tries to stab you,
I'm just saying.
Okay, if she tries to stab you, you're not gonna hit her.
No, I'm going to punch that bitch in the face.
Okay, done deal.
is
Case
what
closed.
it is.
Case closed. Okay, so you're assuming that the Secret Invasion, which is the Endgame version. Why not? Why are
Secret
you
Wars? Secret Wars.
Secret Wars.
Big difference between Secret Invasion. and Secret Wars.
Sorry. I'm gonna educate.
Bad branding on there.
So when is that supposed to come out?
3 years from now.
I think it's like 2026 or something.
All right. I hope this resurfaces. Okay, so back to this movie. What did you think of the soundtrack? By the way,
Loved it.
I think it's the worst out of the 3.
agreed.
Oh,
By
yeah,
far,
but it's-
actually.
The first one's the
Agreed.
best.
Yeah.
First and second are fucking phenomenal.
Yes.
I can't even
No.
I'd put them all on a playlist and just listen to them.
Yeah.
all.
I bought both of them.
Just
I'll
because
buy
I-
this one too.
yeah, just
but-
because I like it doesn't mean it's not the worst out of the 3.
Yeah.
Like,
Facts.
you know what I mean?
I
agree.
I was almost put off by it a little bit though, because I just didn't feel like it had the same energy and vibe as the other 2 ones. Like it just didn't
It
have
shouldn't,
that.
though,
But it
because
didn't
it's-
have that like impact. I guess is what
Well,
I'm
like, you
saying.
got to think about it too. It's like they're like Quill like got more songs to, like the 2000s. You know what I mean? So it's
I
like
know, but I
it's-
think the picks could have been better. Is all I'm saying.
Agreed. But I think the first movie had the best soundtrack in Guardians of the Galaxy.
yeah, agreed.
Dude, Guardians of the Galaxy 1 is hands down the best superhero movie I've ever seen in my entire life. No questions.
We'll get to
asked.
that. We've gotten to that, but
It's
it
no
needs to get-
questions asked.
What did you think of Cosmos?
Cosmo? Oh, Cosmo's fucking
dog?
awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, I love the running joke.
She
of,
was-
Are you a good dog?
She was my favorite character in the entire movie.
I love it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
I
for real.
love it.
The fact that she was just like a little dog that was a golden retriever, that was a girl that had a Russian accent, that was just obsessed with being like, you don't mean I'm not a bad dog. Don't say I'm bad dog.
You know why Cosmo
upset.
exists, right? Like the origin story.
No.
So Cosmo is a character they made in the comics based off of the dog that the Russians put into outer space,
yeah.
and they never came back. They literally murdered a dog by putting it into outer space.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah. So
And Michael
like,
Vick went to jail for 2 years.
so
for that.
Cosmo,
Unbelievable.
and at one point Cosmo makes a joke about that, like jokes about like how
Yeah.
the origin of Cosmo in the movie, which I thought was funny. But yeah, I noticed at the end of the first one, Cosmo goes up and licks the collector's face, Tadalier Tavon, and Howard the Duck says, "Why do you let him lick you like that?" So they gender swapped it, or he just didn't know the gender. It's one of the two. But he was in a cage for a long time with like right across from Cosmo. So you would have thought that like he probably would have saw whether it was a girl or a boy. But he said, "Why do you let him lick you like that?" Just saying. Little Easter egg for all you.
Yeah, I don't know. I just loved her. I thought she was
Fire.
hilarious.
Super fire.
I was waiting for it to be cringy.
It was not cringy.
It
at all.
wasn't. It was fine. I liked it.
I just
The
love
fact
how-
that they're just like sitting there like later on too, and she's like, "You did not mean I was a bad dog."
it's so good. Oh my god, it's so good.
Honestly, when I was watching that, it reminded me of you in Little Teacup, because when you guys have an issue, you guys fixate on it and will repeat it over and over again
Yeah.
until somebody or you do something about it. So I was like,
love it.
I was like, this is literally them.
Did you like their one use of the F word?
Yes.
Oh my god, the best
Awesome.
ever.
Oh, I liked it.
And
too.
not only that, but that whole sequence is just it made me laugh so hard to the point where like I felt disruptive. You know,
You
like
were.
you
I'm
know,
sure
that-
you were.
But it's because like to think about this like fucking cybernetic freak who can like control a ship by plugging in with her arms, can't figure out our stupid fucking 70s technology on how to open a door. Like that is just the funniest thing to me ever, because it's so true. It's like, what the fuck fuck is this? You press the button to pull it out? Like, that's just the dumbest thing ever. It's so
I
funny.
thought it was a good use of the fuck.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Open the fucking door.
He ad-libbed that, by the way. It wasn't written. And they decided to just keep it because you're gonna get one F-bomb. But it's officially the only F-bomb that's ever happened in Marvel.
For now.
Swag.
Yeah, it's the only
Now
one.
they're gonna have one per.
Because that guy's coming.
Oh, Deadpool, yeah.
Deadpool. Swag. What did you think of Counter Earth?
Interesting.
Amazing. It was so cool. At first, when I saw it in the trailer, I was like, this was kind of cheesy, depending on. But the fact that the what's his name,
High
Evolutionary created those beings to make a perfect society, but the society ended up being just like human society with drug dealing and all this shit.
I liked it.
And then he just fucking murders everyone, like
God did, like the flood or whatever.
holy fucking shit. He
ultimate
just
creator.
What a insane person, right? Like just murders everyone. It's just crazy.
Talk about God.
I love when they get there and Drax chucks the kickball at that chick's face.
Awesome.
Yo, the theater wasn't a lot of people in the theater, but I was the only one laughing. I thought it was
Because it's in the trailer, that's why. Yeah, so
It's still. I remember seeing it now that you say that.
I almost yelled dodgeball when you did it.
Yo, dodgeball.
Dude, that shit was so funny.
Go listen to our dodgeball review if you haven't seen it. Me and Matt G crushed that review.
It is fire.
I wish we filmed that one. It was a good one.
Yeah, it was so fucking epic though.
The other funny part that there was a bunch of funny parts, but that was really funny. I laughed out loud, and I thought it was funny when Mantis makes that ugly motherfucker be into Drax, and there's that whole sequence where he's like, "Why did you like she did it again?" type thing. Like she always does that, and I thought that was fucking hilarious.
Wait, what is this?
When they go into like, I don't know, like the human, like
that like
substation, when like she like makes the guard fall in love with Drax.
Oh my god, that
you're
was
hopelessly in love.
You're
with
talking
him.
about the organic, organic like base
Yeah.
or whatever. It was fucking disgusting. By the way, ew. That whole time I was like, oh, this is so like.
I love
I
the
like
suits.
I like their Teletubby suits.
It was epic. But yeah,
that was funny,
That
though.
was fucking hilarious. Like that guy was fucking hopelessly in love with Drax.
and he was fugly as fuck.
Yeah,
It was bad.
Shit was fucking.
So, a little off topic, and I've been thinking about this since earlier. What do we think about like Gamora's ending?
I was gonna get into that, and I liked how they tied her in, and she was a Ravager, and then the way that they made her organically see the charm in Star-Lord, and she kind of fell for him, but like didn't let herself entirely fall for him, which I thought if she did, it could have worked, but it would have been kind of played out. So I like how they left it, and I thought they respected her character a lot.
Do you think she's done?
Zoe.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't see really her need. I mean, if she's getting bagged, she'll probably come. But like, I liked it, and I think they could have butchered it in a lot of ways. And I think pulling her out of that story would have been a disservice. From something I heard, I think that James Gunn wasn't on board for the murdering of her. Like that wasn't his decision. And so he was a little butthurt about the fact that they murdered one of his characters.
Like, he created like a great like love story in the first two, and then like it's like
it's
now I have to start all over.
Yeah,
Thanks,
like that
dude.
wasn't his decision. So I think this was his little jab to get back and be like, no, I'm gonna put my character in this regardless, no matter what you do.
Well, I mean, yeah, she was coming back in Endgame.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like just to get her back into the mix. And I think, and from what I heard, James Gunn also didn't want Thor with the Guardians of the Galaxy. So I guess Taika Waititi did him a favor by getting them separated.
Yeah.
He didn't want to have Thor in the mix because again, he like values his characters and he doesn't want to just put something in there just because of the fun of it. Like he cares so much. So like, and like, there's just so much emotion with every character that he writes. So watching the emotion from Peter and you can really see how he feels about the fact that he lost Gamora, but the weirdness of like Gamora standing next to him, but just not having the same feelings. You really felt it. It resonated. And I think Gamora's attitude was pretty interesting. Like she wasn't completely not herself. There were still moments, like you said.
I think it paid homage to her original character.
Yeah.
Like in the beginning, which was dope.
She 100% fell in love with him again.
For sure.
Like,
and it fell in love with the family too. Because like that's really the thing that resonates the most in the second one is like they're so
close
family, you know? And I think that's what I love the most about this movie is that we weren't playing around with the same issues that there was in the second one about like, oh, are we family or not? Why is Rocket mean? Like they got over that. They were just so family in this. It was like no questions asked. They were bought in all the way, which I think is super cool. It's like, let's make another problem that's not the same problem we've dealt with for 2 movies. But I think she saw that. Same way she fell in love with Quill. It's
the whole thing about like Groot. Like the reason you understand him at the end is because James Gunn made all of us family.
Exactly.
And like she understands him before we do, and she's like, "Oh, I understood what you just said."
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's like I was like, "Oh, it's like a nice little ode right there." To like go into it. So I'd be curious to see what they do with her.
Yeah, it was really cool. At first, I was like, "Did Groot just speak more?" And then I realized that's what he did. He just made him. He just made it so we could understand him because we went on the journey with him.
Yeah. Is that what the "I love you guys"?
Yeah, that's what it was for.
He still said, "I am Groot," but we heard it.
Because we heard it because we're family.
Tight, right?
That's tight. I didn't catch that.
I didn't catch it either. At first, I was like confused, and then somebody said it to me. I was like, "Oh, that makes so much sense."
That's clever. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, just that's a nice sentiment. I just thought, like, from the like opening sequence with the little baby raccoons to Gamora, like finding her family again when she's not the same Gamora, and like the dynamic, the family dynamic, the and just how like she would see the value in it, and like they became a team, and like they would break off, and like some of them would get attacked and they'd have to rescue the other ones while they're trying to save Rocket. It was just like this emotional journey that I really appreciated because we've been watching these for a long time, and I actually teared up a couple times. I'm not gonna front. I'm not gonna front.
And then when I watched back the other two today on the plane, I can't tell you how many times I got emotional to the point where I almost teared. Like it was like over and over and over again because I've seen the whole thing.
Yeah,
it was wild. And that's kind of what you just said is kind of like been the main. What people are saying is bad about this movie is it's almost like like you go get the MacGuffin to get the other MacGuffin to try to find this. It's like a search quest on a video game, almost like go to this place to try to find this information, and then try to go get to this place to get this information, and then it's but I don't care. I don't give a fuck because the characters are written so well at every point in that. Every moment of that has value to me. Yeah. Some people don't like the little quippiness. Like Guardians of the Galaxy is what really made that quippiness work in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Guardians of the Galaxy 1 is a fucking comedy. It's hilarious, but it still makes you cry and it gives you emotion. The opening sequence of Guardians of the Galaxy 1 is like, I'm crying. When his mom dies, like, what the fuck, dude? I'm getting emotional just talking about it. Like, but you can still laugh about how all the jokes, and people are like, oh, it's like Whiplash because 1 second it's comedy and the next second it's emotional. That's how Guardians of the Galaxy has always been. Yeah. And that's what makes it so fucking amazing is that it can be written like that and still be written well, not written like a Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness when the end of the world's on the line and he says, Illuma-whatty? Right? You know what I mean? We've gone into this before. But you see what I'm saying? Like, it's not just thrown in there to be thrown in there. It's actually because it matches who the characters are. That's like what it's all about.
James Gunn definitely does a good job with weaving characters in and out and like playing on development and staying true to the characters. And you, even if you can't recall shit, or even if you don't catch it, you still can like. There's this feel to it, to me, anyways, where you're like, this makes sense what I'm seeing on screen, and you get sucked in because like the whole hearing what Groot says, then like I love you guys. It's like you do feel connected to these people, and you've watched them grow, and you've watched them die, and you just like see them save each other, and they're always on these cool journeys together, and like I think it's super dope, and I was super relieved watching this. Going into it, we've got a long batch of shitty films from Marvel, and this was such a relief. And I've been telling people to go check this out because it's a really cool film, and I really appreciate James Gunn and everybody a part of the film because it was really dope. Yeah, and I appreciate that.
It's the best superhero content since No Way Home by far. Yeah, and I would even say it's probably better than that. It's close, right? It's
better than No Way Home. Yeah. It's way better than
No Way Home.
Y'all need to get off Spidey's dick.
There's redeeming qualities there, but
chill.
But no, I think it's better than No Way Home personally too, because I like the characters better and I like the story better. But there's redeeming qualities.
It's the nostalgia effect for No Way Home.
Yeah, and I think No Way Home fails more from. I think
y'all fanboys need to chill.
Well, hold on. Chill. I feel like No Way Home fails more from what followed because of how much they fucking destroyed Doctor Strange's character.
Correct.
Like, if they didn't ruin his character the way they did and do character vandalism the way they did to him, I think that movie would hold up stronger to me. Mm-hmm. But because they did that, now it just seems like it was all for nothing. Yeah. Right? Whereas this movie, this movie, one of my favorite things about it is it literally said fuck the MCU. Like there's nothing related to the MCU in this movie.
Yeah.
Like James Gunn was like, fucking interconnected universe. This is my universe. I built it. Because you got to be honest, like Infinity War and Endgame would be fucking nothing without the universe that James Gunn built.
It opened to space.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
He built it. He created its own style. He created this style. Without that, it just wouldn't have existed. It just wouldn't have existed. So like, you okay?
sorry, hamstring cramp. Oh my god! I
I saw your eyes going. Saw your eyes going all bug eyed. I'm like, what happened? But yeah, I mean,
Sorry.
so give the credit to James Gunn because he's the one who actually built this universe, and that's why he said, "Fuck this. This is my last movie. Like, I don't need any of your garbage to trickle into my fucking my prized possession."
Yeah.
You know, I love it. I was gonna say. Action sequences though?
Yeah, I was gonna say the fight scenes are gas.
Get the fuck out of here. The one where they're in the hallway, dude, with the fucking mutilated pigs and shit and fucking falcons.
Wild.
Bro, that was the way they were working together and like fucking passing people off. Dude, it was so gangster, you know?
And that's where like a moment too where you see like Gamora is like working with them and they're fighting together. You're like, yeah, this is the team. They're killing it.
She's back. Yeah.
So good, dude. Like they were going so fucking hard. It was honestly some of the best action I've seen in a movie in a long time. And I'm not just gassing. Like, honestly, I can't think of another action sequence where I was like, wow, this is just so well done. It was like a single shot, the way they did it. And like, but it felt cohesive and it didn't feel forced. There was no like movements. I was like, oh, that looks like it was just weak.
Yeah.
And they're fighting fucking CGI'd, like
It was
weird. Like, what would you even call those? Cybernetic mutated animals, you know?
Yeah, I liked Warpig. Warpig was gas.
Yeah,
Warpig was
sick.
gangster.
The Falcon was sick too. Also, shout out Nebula.
Fucking Nebula.
She held it. If you think about it, that was one thing about this film that I noticed. Nebula took a lot of the spotlight. Not like because she stole the show, but like in the story wise, she was one of the main characters. Like she had one of the most screen times in the film. And I thought she did a great job because like the tone of the film and like what was going on, it would make sense that she needed to toe the line because the team was kind of fucked. And she's like,
she was the glue if you really think about it. Like,
and her character progression through all three movies was probably one of the most, if not the most impressive, right? She started by just being like a callous murderer, kills her own sister, to then wanting to kill her own sister, tries to kill her own sister, and then finally admits the fact that all she ever wanted was Gamora to be her sister. And then from there, she
doesn't have her sister.
Exactly. She doesn't have her sister. She loses her sister, and she's still able to hold the team together like at the end, like a glue. It's really, really a cool arc.
Is she trying to suck Star-Lord's dick? Like, let's be real.
I think Star-Lord is trying to fucking eat that metallic box.
Weigh in on this?
I think it's one of those situations that she's in love with him, but like he's just still hung up on her sister and stuff.
Don't make me throw up, dude.
He like that green.
It's like kind of that like rom-com-ish, you know what I mean?
Well, the actress in an interview actually said like after they had that conversation, she like went into another room and was like, "Oh, like I do like Star-Lord, but I can't." So like that's like her little like she actually did like him, but she didn't want to show it. Yeah. But I don't believe it. I don't like that. I don't like that.
By
story.
the way, smoke show.
You like her too?
Oh,
Huh?
yeah.
I don't think so. I think Zoe Saldana's a smoke show. Shit.
I mean, that's just common knowledge.
Yeah. Hey, man, the grass is green when you look at it. The sky is blue.
Anybody that says Zoe Saldana is not good looking is like, their perception of life is distorted.
Facts.
Like, for real.
Yeah.
Lay that shit down, bro.
Dude, even her
slap that
avatar.
Baddest
avatar.
Baddest alien. She's the baddest alien in aliens in movie history. There's no sexier aliens than Zoe Saldana.
The fact that she can be just green and you're just like, that's fine. I'm good with that.
I would be so good with it.
I'm good with it. Like,
green with no eyebrows. She doesn't have eyebrows.
she doesn't?
No, she has like two like metal lines as her eyebrows.
Swag.
Like I'm in it. Give it to me.
What if like she got like a airstrip that's just metal looking? Like,
Swag.
Like her.
I don't give a fuck, dude.
Like the
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Swag.
I'm in it.
might as well.
I love her.
Okay.
Do you love her?
Oh, she's incredible. Yeah.
Okay.
Was
Luckily, my fiance and her have some similarities, so I'm good.
so you're in it.
Yeah, I'm in it.
What was your favorite version of Groot in all the films?
God Kaiju Groot was pretty cool.
Which one is that?
Kaiju, when he turned into like a big monster. Like
At the end?
yeah, I remember when they were like, we need Kaiju Groot, and he got all big and like Kaiju is like big.
Oh, I didn't catch when they said that.
Yeah.
I was locked in too. Like, and I missed that.
Kaiju.
Like,
That was cool.
I like Baby Groot, man. I like small little cute things.
yeah, the baby Groot, he held it down. Like, I'll give him that.
Like him
they
dancing at the beginning of Guardians of the Galaxy too.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like,
Yeah, it was really good. I
Yeah.
watched it today. It's good. But OG Groot is my favorite by far.
By far.
Yeah, it's like yeah.
I kind of like the Groot. They in the post credit scene.
Big boy.
Big boy Groot.
Big boy Groot.
That shit was cool too. I was like, there was like
Jack.
4 Groots
Yeah.
in this one. I honestly, just based on the fighting style of this movie's Groot, I liked the most. Like, he used his. You could definitely see the evolution in Groot's fighting style. Like in this film, he pulls out like all these branches with all the pistols.
I was so
I was like, bro, he does like the spider head thing too. Like this Groot seemed like the most talented Groot.
Yeah.
And I liked it. Just it was fun to watch. Like
I like how he got like more confidence after he gave Thor his hammer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you really,
Okay.
if you think about it, like when Groot was like, "I'm gonna save this shit,"
Yeah, when he makes a branch.
a young teen lad with his hand and cuts it, like his confidence through the roof.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
Shout out to
I
Groot
didn't
right
like
there.
Teen Groot that much though. I wasn't a fan.
I didn't like Teen Groot that much, but like
I thought it was
Like
funny.
pre-teen Groot. almost.
Yeah. I am Groot.
Oh, it's so good.
so
See, like that's the thing is like you say I don't like him that much, and then it like has that.
Yeah,
Like, you
but
know,
can we
interaction.
can we request something from these producers? Like, I would love for Vin Diesel to get in there and just dub over every single one of those situations and tell us what Groot was actually saying.
well, they have when he does the voice acting, there is what he's saying.
I know, but like if he could go and actually do a dub on every scene, and we could have a YouTube video that's a highlight reel of
That'd be
everything he's ever said.
tight.
I would love that, dude. That would get that would get hundreds of millions of views. They'd get bank on that. They
And
should
then
just do it.
and then Chris Pratt's
clip that
F
up
word was
and
not
put
the
it out.
first F
Put it
word
out
in the
there.
MCU.
What was?
Probably what Groot said, where they're like, "Hey, watch your
Oh
mouth,
yeah,
kid."
yeah. And there's been a couple other ones, like even in Guardians of the Galaxy 1, like after the bitch touches the Power Stone and she blows up, like Quill goes, "What the fuck?" And then it like, psh, like there's like a spark. They do a bunch of that stuff, but they've never
Yeah.
just outright blatantly been like, "Open the fucking door."
That was funny.
good.
That was good.
Okay, so our overall take of the High Evolutionary is
Phenomenal.
best villain we've seen in a minute.
Yeah, he's up there,
Yeah.
dude. He's up there. He's probably. I mean, I'm a huge Ronin fan, and some people aren't a huge Ronin fan. Like
I don't like him.
Yeah, like some people didn't like Ronin. Dude, the fact that like right at the beginning of Ronin's like introduction, he just takes his hammer and smashes someone's head in. I was like, I love this guy. And that whole sequence where he threatens Thanos to like kill him after he puts the Power Stone in is like, I'm a Ronin fanatic. But
A fanatic.
yeah,
Do you
I'm
have a
fanatic.
T-shirt?
I wish I did, dude.
He's not a
would.
fanatic.
Explains why he likes purple so much.
Yeah, Ronin's a G. Like,
But he's blue.
Purple Power Stone. Come on, man. Keep up.
but
But I just like.
But yeah, I
Fuck
mean,
you.
I think that undoubtedly the High Evolutionary has this villain factor of real menacing terror. Like he mutilates animals. Like that's the
And
he murders whole civilizations. Like with
Any
no remorse.
mistake James Gunn made as Ronan, he made up for it with this one. So like, you know what I mean?
I think he made a mistake with Ronan.
Why'd you do that?
Listen, that's not what I'm
I
saying.
mean, I would like to debate it. Let's do it.
It's not how I feel.
Oh, okay. It's not how you.
It's
feel.
what
you like Ronan.
I think Ronan's fine. Like he's fine.
Okay, what's not great about him?
This villain is better than Ronan to me.
Yeah.
I would say that because he's more flushed out for sure. But I just like Ronan as a character. But I would say that like if you were to objectively say who's better, yeah, I would say objectively the High Evolutionary is a better villain.
Do you want to tell him why about Ronan or?
Yeah, because you don't like Ronan.
I don't want to argue it. I'm not like that strong. I just like.
Doesn't have
I
to
don't
be-
want to
What's it-
argue. I
what's-
was just curious.
No, not or like debate.
But I
Whatever.
love debating.
I'm not that. I don't care that much about it. Like I don't think he's bad. He has some cool sequences. Like when he crushes skulls, you're like word.
Okay.
But I think it's his face and his like.
Your demeanor is that of a pouty child. Come to me again empty-handed, and I'll bathe the starways in your blood.
See, like when Thanos does that, I'm like, thank you.
Yeah.
Like he needed that. You know what I mean?
Thanks.
He's kind of like a fuck boy to me. I think
But he did murder his sidekick, and Thanos didn't do shit, which is fucking awesome.
I mean, Thanos did get all the gems. Let's be real.
Yeah.
And I mean, as that fucking fire bar at the end, fine. I'll do it myself.
Yeah, fine. I'll do it myself. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. No, the High Evolutionary though, like really brought some scariness. And actually, I heard from somewhere that someone was like, "This movie is not made for children." Like,
No.
Definitely not.
like holy fuck. And I'm like, yeah, like, but I love that.
Good.
I don't think the majority of the audience who watches the MCU is children. I don't think so.
No.
I think the vast majority is people who are in their teens all the way up until their late 30s, because early 40s, because these are people who grew up with comics. They love these characters. They grew up with the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when did fucking Iron Man 1 drop? 2008?
Yep.
I mean, like, if a kid's fucking 10 years old, he wasn't even fucking alive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy to think that those are the people they need to cater to. It doesn't make sense.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids, exactly. Fuck them kids.
All right.
No, but yeah, I mean, it wasn't for kids. Like, I could see a kid being scarred for life watching
It was sad.
animals
It was-
getting murdered and like mutilated, and like when his face was all the way ripped off.
That was sick.
Like, holy fuck! If I was a kid, I'd be like, holy shit! Like 8 years old, and I'm like, what the fuck?
It's gonna be a face off.
Yeah. I thought he had
Great reference to Face Off too, by the way.
I don't know what that is.
What?
Face Off the film with
Nick
Nicolas
Cage and
yeah.
John
I don't
Travolta.
like Nick
Yes.
Cage, that's why. Sorry, I'm not a Nick Cage fan.
This is actually when this was like, is this 90s Nick Cage?
Oh yeah.
Like it was actually, it was like Travolta too.
This is business is booming. Nick Cage and John Travolta.
It kind of goes hard if I remember correctly. It's like one of those weird dark 90 like thriller type
Yeah.
films.
Just anything Nick Cage just comes off as cheesy to me, but maybe it's just me.
Should we tell them the premise of the film? Because it's actually a cool premise.
It's very cool. Yeah, tell.
Well, it's like they swap faces like in real
Yeah.
time, and they are like one's a bad dude and one's not, or they're both bad.
One of them is like an international criminal, like, you know, gonna get, I don't know if it's death row or whatever, and the other one's like an FBI agent. So like the criminal becomes the FBI agent, and the FBI agent becomes the criminal, and like they both have families and like stuff like that. It's a cool premise.
And they don't tell anybody. Like
Yeah.
we're spoiling this movie, sorry, but like I haven't seen it in a
It
minute.
came out in the '90s. Go fucking see it. all
It's
right?
good though. It's like
If you haven't seen it yet, just go watch it. It's not a big deal.
so. What is if there is a future of the Guardians of the Galaxy? Do we like the new team?
I'll watch it.
I'd watch it.
I won't love it, but but I will watch it.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. Honestly.
I love James Gunn's brother. Trying to figure out how to use that fucking
And then he figures it out. That was a nice little ode.
I love that,
And
dude.
also a great cameo. Yondu.
great Yondu, dude. Give me Yondu all
Yeah.
day. I'm a Yondu fucking fanatic. I don't have a t-shirt though.
It's all these blue people.
It's all, yeah, he's
You said purple, but it's blue.
It's
like
on
get
me.
with the
It's on
program.
me.
It's
It's
blue.
Cree. They're just they're Cree.
like the
he's
blue.
Crees.
So-
No, but Yondu's the fucking shit. But yeah, that was cool. I liked him trying to figure it out and not finally getting it. Like that was tight.
But with the new team.
Yeah.
Okay.
The little girl was like whatever, but
Cosmos in that
The
one.
little kids were hilarious. Dude, Cosmo's the best character in that movie.
he's so she's so
That
good.
little dog was so funny.
So good.
Just the excitement of when he gets called a good dog is like exactly how a dog gets excited when you call
I
a dog a good
appreciated
dog.
it. Like I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie, I appreciated
Like
it.
if you like dogs, like you're like word. Like
I liked it a lot.
It's so hard to differentiate who had the most outstanding role in this film. And this is what you want in good films, but like in this film, everybody did great. Like there could be reasons why you like one character a little more than the other, but like, I mean, you could pick so many
Credit to James
performances.
Gunn, right? Like
Yeah.
and
everybody
the
a part of
actors,
it.
right? Yeah.
it's so
execution for sure.
pick the MVP. Who's the MVP of the movie? Yeah,
Rocket.
Rocket, dude.
Yeah.
I think
Okay, so let's take out Rocket, who's probably the unanimous choice. My bad, everybody. So who's the best supporting to Rocket? Because obviously the story was about Rocket the entire time.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, I'm a Peter Quill guy though. Like I'll just take Peter Quill all day. I
That's
just
such
really
an
like
easy
him.
answer. He's
I know, but like a lot of people would say
Missionary John Smith.
damn.
who
I'm watching her OnlyFans right on my laptop.
You're done.
I'm watching her
You're-
OnlyFans while I'm giving her back shots.
Bars.
You're done. So who ask the question again?
So who's your favorite supporting character besides Rocket?
Who's your favorite character besides Rocket in this movie?
The basic answer is Peter Quill.
It's not basic.
It's very basic.
No,
It's super
because
basic.
some people
because
might say
he's the guy. He's Star-Lord. He's the guardian.
Star-Lord.
He was the captain.
He's Timothy. You know what I mean?
Oh, I mean, in modern day, they'd want like the transgendered, like.
All right,
You're done. You're done. You're done.
How many minutes are we in this? Like, come on, man.
He's a white straight male, cis male. It's a problem.
Okay, I'm
And
trying.
half God. Don't forget that.
I'm gonna have to give it up to the high evolutionary.
Yeah, shocker. The villain likes the villain.
But if he's not there, the high evolutionary,
For sure.
you're not feeling and seeing all these things. Like he is such a
He was kind
driving.
of scary. Like,
I
he a
was
scary
definitely
villain.
intimidated by this man. Like he,
So menacing,
Sick
dude.
powers too.
Cool.
Like
Really
very-
similar to Kang.
Yeah.
I think like they have the same suit made by somebody or some shit.
they shop at the same store.
I'm really
I thought it
curious
was
to see
him
what they're gonna
kinda.
do with him. I think they're like, we have enough time to like let it, like the due process play out.
But I'm gonna let you know, I think this actor had a better performance than Jonathan Majors has had as Kang. Personally,
100%.
personally, I don't think Kang is
100%.
done.
agree.
I think it's probably a better written character.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
True.
I think that
but
has a lot to
I
do
just
with it.
I think that like just even the way what he brought to the table is just really impressive.
Yeah, he was very menacing.
His character was lit too. He just was
I
like
think
essentially
it was
a
a very, very like well written character. Like James Gunn did a good job.
James Gunn.
My MVP, I liked Nebula in this one.
That's
I
I
like-
like
I
that.
think that's
I
the
like
easiest
that
one,
one
personally.
I like that one.
I think that's
no,
missionary.
No,
This
no,
fucking
it's
guy.
not.
This guy.
The powerful, strong female boss girl. Go for it, dude.
That's rude.
I'm
No, 'cause,
I'm
like,
kidding. I'm kidding.
I
She's
just-
not. She's a G.
I just don't like that character as much as
Yeah.
well. But like that's what I'm saying. Like you could pick any. It's all on like why you're choosing it.
and
I
obviously
suppose.
the good girl Cosmo. So you know,
Yeah, well, it's your favorite. Character.
yeah,
Shout out to the dog.
But Nebula was really
Shout out to your dog.
Nebula is
My
really
dog's
fucking cool though.
yeah.
Nebula was really cool.
She did a good job. It was like cool growth to see that for her in this, and like you said, like her like actually like kind of like liking Peter was like funny.
She's been doing that though.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to see again. You know, like there's
He's a charming guy, man.
Yeah, he tries to pull that other chick, the yellow chick.
Oh yeah, and that's Ratcatcher from that's
I didn't catch what you're saying.
from Suicide Squad.
Oh,
That's Ratcatcher too.
yeah, facts.
The girl that controls the rats in Suicide
Okay,
Squad.
yeah.
That's her, the actress, the
Oh,
orange
word.
bitch. Yeah, and then what's his name's James Gunn's wife's in this.
Oh, for real?
She's the one who gets shot in the leg. That
Cool.
she's also in Suicide Squad and in Peacemaker. And then the dude who plays High Evolutionary is in Peacemaker too, and
Oh, sweet.
Suicide Squad. He's one of the guys that works in like an FBI.
That's
whatever.
sick.
So he carries a lot of, and then obviously his brother played the fucking weird weasel dude in
Yeah.
Suicide Squad. So like
I
he
hated that one.
He carried over a lot of those characters, which is cool. You didn't like Suicide Squad?
No, that character.
Oh, I thought the weasel was fucking hilarious. So fucking funny.
Is there any characters you didn't like in the New Guardians film? That's good.
No, dude. Like when I walked out of the theater, to be 100% honest, the only thing I thought in my mind was like, damn, I didn't like the music as much in this one. Like that was it.
Interesting.
Everything else was like, this movie was so fucking gas. Like everything about it. So I'm so fucking excited. Oh my fucking god! Like James Gunn. You know?
You're done. You're done. Is he done?
That's
He's done. Okay, he's done.
ratings time, folks.
Yeah. So the when I walked to the theater, what I thought it was like, I was kind of just I was caught off guard, much like the comment that was predecessor to what I'm saying.
yeah.
Like,
So all the ratings comment thing. Ratings comment, folks. John Smith hits it with a dick sucking and
Deep throat ball chin ball.
deep throat 11. Like, goddamn. So
sorry to interrupt you.
you did though.
I said,
Are you done?
am I done now? Are you done? No, I'm kidding.
No,
It's your show. I mean, hey.
So, yeah, I was just kind of caught off guard. I didn't know what to feel walking out of the theater because of so much disappointments in the past with all these Marvel films. I was like, was that as good as I think it was? And I had the same response you did with the music. I was like, I didn't like the music as much, but like, I really love the story so much. And I love a good story, obviously, but it just was such a like real relief that I got what I got with this film.
Yeah.
So like for real, not to dick suck the film, but it was super dope. I appreciate what they put together for this.
I mean, if they butchered this one, I probably would have slit my wrists. I mean, real life shit though. I'm not actually slit my wrists, but I'd be really, really sad because these are characters
Slit your ankles.
We talked about it. We did a video on your channel, which this will also be on, and you can go find it, where we broke down the best, the worst of Marvel Cinematic Universe after Phase 3, right? Phase 3 was Endgame or Phase 4? No, Phase 3, yeah. After Phase 3.
Endgame is when we did. That was the last film, the most recent one.
We might have had No Way Home in there, but I don't think so. I think it was Phase 3.
It was, yeah.
Yeah,
It was like 23 films, I think. But anyways.
So we did a breakdown of all of them, and Guardians of the Galaxy 1 was our number 1. And then Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 was probably like, what, 3 or 4? Something like that? It's like 4 or 5, maybe? It was up there.
I think it was number 3.
Yeah, it was up there. So like when we looked at all of the movies, we saw this, like, if this movie had come out and been along the same lines of what we've gotten in Phase 4, and I was disappointed to that extent that I was on like Thor: Love and Thunder and you know, Multiverse of Madness, I would have been in a really dark place for a very long time. It would have been sad.
We can get you the treatment you need.
But the cool thing is that we didn't. We got what I think is the best trilogy in Marvel. People would say it's Captain America. I think this is, with the weight that Guardians of the Galaxy 1 holds in my heart. There's and then what we got followed up with 2 in this movie. I don't even think it's fucking close.
This is the best trilogy.
Winter Soldier is good. Civil War is very good. Those are very good movies. First Avengers, a coin toss. I like it, but some people don't like it. There's not that in this trilogy. There's no, some people don't like it. 1, 2, and 3 are just,
But I'm not basing this off that merit, like just because it's collectively felt about a certain way.
Of course, and I agree. I just saw a video earlier. Someone saying, "Well, Captain America is a better trilogy," and I think
it's number 2.
I think it's number 2 for sure.
I think this is the best trilogy. He's gonna say some fuck shit like Thor.
No,
Absolutely not. You can do
I
that.
think this may squeeze it out. I think it's a coin toss. I think Captain America: Winter Soldier is the best individual Marvel movie, to be honest with you.
Get him on his high horse.
It was up there for one of us, though.
Like,
I mean, for us.
I really think, like, if you don't have to watch any Marvel movie and you watch that movie, I think it's the best, like, individual Marvel movie.
Winter Soldier?
Yeah. I, like, really, really like it. Like,
yeah. See, I would say Guardians of the Galaxy is that movie.
yeah.
Far.
But that's just, like, you know, different what you're looking, you know.
Of course.
And then Civil War is just, like, holy shit. Like, you know what I mean? It was a very, like, holy shit movie. Introduction to Black Panther. R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman. It was really good, well written, good job.
Agree.
And it was like the first time, like, the villain wasn't some, like, super, like, villain, like, hero or, like, superpowers.
Yeah, it wasn't end of the world plot.
It wasn't end the world plot. It was just a dude that was like, you killed my fucking family in Sokovia, and I'm normal, but I'm gonna figure out a fucking way to get back at you.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So you're a big Tony Stark fan, and that's what's riding on that.
And Black Panther though,
and Black Panther, I like,
and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So like it has all.
So
that
it
mix.
has like all that mix, and like I can admit, like, you know what I mean.
I know. I think it's funny. It's like,
but like
Tony,
where your argument I think will win is the first Captain America's not that great.
Yeah, it's
so it's like
it's good.
It's good. It's fine.
Good, but it's not. It doesn't hold the weight that 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, or 3 for Guardians.
And not only that, but like the other argument I have here is you give Captain America so much credit when there was a lot of people in that Civil War movie. It wasn't just a Captain America story.
No, and that's
so
fair.
like Guardians was a Guardian story 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
It was about that group. It's like that in and of itself shows how much these characters hold weight and how well these movies are written. They didn't need to bring in all of the best Marvel characters in order to make it happen.
Yeah,
you know?
and I don't think that they needed to do that for Captain America, but it's just
Civil War it holds a lot of weight because of that.
Yeah,
you know?
no, for sure.
So yeah, facts. I mean, I did want to mention something. It's a little bit of a theory / Easter egg. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the goo that was in that like place where they went to, you know, go get whatever it called. What was it called? Like the
goo,
the cancel code or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
the death code.
Yeah, the code. They went to go get the code in that like little place with all the
station or whatever.
Yeah. The goo that made up like the blood or whatever was this yellowy, gooey substance, right? That's the same goo that came out of that creature that had all the teeth that like
Mantis was
riding. That was in the thing they were fighting at the beginning of the second one.
Yeah,
it's the same blood that they had in that thing when they poured it out of it. Remember when Drax is inside of it with the
Yeah,
knives,
yeah.
right? Same goo, because the High Evolutionary probably made those creatures, and that's why there's 3 of them in his fucking dungeon, right?
Yeah.
But then another weird thing about that yellowy goo is, if you look at Nowhere, when we first see Nowhere in Guardians of the Galaxy 1, they're like mining the fluids from the Celestial, and all of it is that yellowy goo. It's what Draskett throws in by Ronan.
Yeah.
So like, it could be this weird full circle where like the High Evolutionary is buying that like illegally mined goo from the Nowhere Celestial's head and using it for part of his creation for all of his creations.
Yeah.
And like, it's just an interesting kind of connection.
Maybe the goo is what made Rocket, you know.
It's so poetic.
Maybe.
You know?
So what is it fair to say the favorite Guardians of the Galaxy film is the first one?
For me, hands down. Yeah. Especially on rewatch, like after I went and watched it, I was like, this movie, the third one is really good. I think for me, it goes, Guardians of the Galaxy 1 is the best, this one's the second best, and 2 is the third best in my perspective. But it's very close. Very, very close.
That's the same way I feel. Yeah. The first one's the best.
You guys just like the first one a lot more than me. I think this one's the best first, then second.
Oh, cool.
I think second's comfortably third.
Yeah. I think Ego is really cool.
I love Kurt Russell.
I don't think it's as funny as the first one or this one.
Yeah.
It's not. The jokes don't land
Second
as hard.
one was a little like too Peter-centric for me. If that makes sense.
It does.
Peter Quill, I think. Yeah.
It was
When,
like
of
daddy
course,
issues.
Like,
shit.
yeah, like the main character is obviously Rocket, so like, come on, guys.
Yeah, Rocket is fucking phenomenal. But Rocket has a pretty cool scenario in the second one where he like steals the batteries, and then he has that one with Yondu. I think this is an interesting thing. I think the Guardians of the Galaxy 1, I think the weakest part of that movie is at the end with Ronan and the dance off. Even though it's funny, I don't think it hits when it comes. That's the weakest part of the movie in my perspective. It's like it's too jokey at such a serious moment. And I think at the end of 2, right, Yondu's funeral, one of the best things I've ever seen in cinema. Yeah. Like, I cry every time I see it. Like, just leading up to him, I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. Him finally figuring out that he's Peter Quill's dad, real dad, and then he dies. Like, and they actually have the send off when, when Sylvester Stallone said he wouldn't have it. You know, like that. All of that just worked so well. And then if you look at this movie, I think that the ending of this was really great, and I think the beginning of it was okay. So it's like, it's funny how like I think that they all had these moments in them that were able to bring you in so deeply, even with their little flaws in them. It's cool.
Yeah, I think so. Your order is first,
third, second.
Yeah, that's what mine is. And
I'm
you're
third, first, second.
Okay. Yeah, this one. The reason why the first one is OG, and the reason I would have it there is because it's such a building block for these films, and I feel like I try to always credit that because that holds a merit to me. And it's like these other films cannot be what they are naturally without that one. And that one still is very good. The first one's very good. I love what that film brought to the whole MCU and film in general, and just new characters. And like the third one for me, like I loved how it summed up everything pretty respectfully. And the Rocket story arc was like dark, and it was like a darker film, so like it's a harder film to put in on a like just going to bed or something, in the same way that like the Dark Knight's way easier to just put in randomly than Dark Knight Rises. Dark Knight Rises is like darker, but I like it a lot.
It's a great movie,
but it's not something you're gonna put in the Dark Knight over the Dark Knight Rises. In the same sense, I'm gonna watch the first Guardians of the Galaxy versus the third one, and the second one is like right up in this threshold. It's very good. It's not like way back there, because I like the bounce that Volume 2 has with like the flashbacks in was it the 80s or the 60s?
Yeah.
No, I think it's hella old. And like Kurt Russell traveling the planets. Like I like the bubble. It's almost bubbly at times with the soundtrack and everything. So I like it for that, and it's just got like a fun family vibe almost, because that's when the Guardians are like
Carbulary batteries.
So that's like why those would be where they are in that order.
No, that's fair. I mean, I just put this one over it because I think it has I know you like Ronan. I think this dude's way better than Ronan as a villain.
Yeah.
And
100%.
Like, I think that holds a lot of merit for this. And like, I like how it was more you know, just how this one went for me is like something like, to me, it's like hot take. I prefer to watch The Dark Knight Rises over The Dark Knight because I like how much like more in depth Bane is compared to the Joker. Not that it's a bad movie. It's just like what I prefer to like watch and like have in a villain. Yeah. And I think we kind of got that with this over like similar with like Ronan, if that makes sense.
Yeah, my defense on the first one, the reason there's first of all, I've never in my entire life, other than I think the only other thing that's done this to me, and I know you haven't seen this yet, is what's the fucking TV show that just came out with the mushroom zombies?
Oh, The Last of Us.
Last of Us, yeah. So the Last of Us, the opening sequence in that first episode made me emotional. I think that's the only thing that's made me as emotional of an opening sequence.
Can you not talk about it?
As Guardians of the Galaxy.
Fair.
That opening sequence of Guardians 1 just almost makes me cry. And I'm like, how is that possible? But that in and of itself is carried through the whole movie. There's so many pivotal character moments, and watching them come together in this ragtag way, and the way they're bouncing off each other, the way Gamora's like, I can't believe I'm going to die surrounded by the biggest idiots in the universe, you know, and then seeing that progression through the movie where she starts to like Quill, but then she doesn't trust him, and just the character development through that movie for it to be the first time we're meeting those characters is just unfathomable, dude. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. And like that in and of itself makes that movie just absolutely amazing to me. Yeah. And so there's so many other pieces of it, but I would take 3 and 2 and flip a coin on it day to day and see which one I like better, because I think they're very, very close. Like it could go either way for me. They're both really good in my perspective.
Yeah, I just think like, I mean, I'm just not a huge fan of Ronan.
I'm not either, and that's like,
wow, dude, he's such a
there's
G.
reasons, but like I think it's one of the few movies that I don't like for the villains.
He's very, very like, it's fucking as basic can get for a villain, in my opinion.
Yeah,
he's not that great.
Like,
I see what you're saying. I just disagree, because for me, it's like the fact that he's this. I guess with the whole Kree and like the backstory of who the Kree are, and the fact that he's like a Kree loyalist, and like you can paint this picture around him about like how he's like a fanatic of the actual Kree religion. Mm-hmm. When the Kree have like evolved into like a sort of, you know, more rational community. Mm-hmm. He's like the irrational, you know, radicalist, you know, and then on top of that, like he has this crazy army and this wild ass ship, and he's just so brutal, and he's the only character I've seen villain that hasn't just bowed down to Thanos. Motherfucker just stood up and just like, I'll take you on, dude.
I think it's his face.
There's just not like, honestly,
I love it,
to like
dude.
the character.
You love his face?
There's just like not
sick.
a lot of depth. It's like, oh, this like petulant child wants to like take over, you know, this place. It's cool.
No, he wants to destroy Xandar.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Because he feels like they ruined his culture.
Sick.
Like, what other villain have you seen that literally wants to just destroy an entire planet other than the higher evolutionary, right? Like, he actually does
Like,
it.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say there's a difference. It's not like wanting to do it or just doing it. And that's not even probably the first time he's fucking done that. They're like, oh, failed again. Blow it up. Let's make another one.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
But I mean, like,
Ego destroys planets.
yeah.
That's another. There's like a lot of them trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be putting his seat on shit.
oh, yeah, he didn't finish though. He
didn't finish?
He just came a little bit.
He definitely
pre-came.
finished a lot of times.
all the time.
Did you see all those bones?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah, but
Ruthless
it's
motherfucker.
perspective, right?
Yeah.
I can see the other side of it. I just really think he's convincing to me.
You're a fanatic.
Yeah, he's convincing to me, and I think he's just so fucking badass, and I just love watching him on screen. It's terrifying at parts when he grabs the Infinity Stone. Like, that is such a ballsy move, dude. Like, that Infinity Stone blows people in half. Like, literally, that girl that touched it blew in fucking pieces. Motherfucker just grabs it, no fucks given. Fucking body's about to fucking explode. The only reason Peter Quill could do it because he's a fucking celestial, bro.
God.
He's a fucking celestial. He's a god.
He's a celestial.
Motherfucking Ronan just grabs that shit. No fucks given.
You know, Peter Quill can do it. Grab one Infinity Stone. Tony Stark grabbed 5. All right.
It must be such a satisfying situation for you being such a big fan of Tony Stark and that character, because he's like in every fucking movie.
Well,
like, oh, that's my favorite character.
To a degree, but it's like, I mean, he dies. You know,
spoil it. What?
I know.
If someone's watching this movie and it doesn't know that,
We haven't
Now I know.
reviewed this and put this out before together. That he dies.
Wow, I can't believe you just said
I
that.
can't believe you spoiled the movies, dude.
But you know what I mean? Like, to a degree, sure. But it's like, for a long time, he carried that fucking franchise.
You think he'll come back?
I think Guardians carried it. Like once that movie came out, people were extremely
They
interested.
really liked it. But like,
Guardians have Marvel on their back. And they have
For-
since after Avengers, it was like the only reason we kept watching is because they added Guardians.
well, it's
Like,
because they opened the door of space, and that's huge.
I know, but it's the characters that we're gonna
Yeah, but if
link
you
up.
open the door to space and
Correct.
you made it some fucking garbage movie, like
but they
all
did.
these other Space Force
they
movies.
did a phenomenal job with it. But like, also during that time, they were really hitting their stride with movies, like from Marvel.
course.
So it's like James Gunn came in.
Well, not really. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 made more money in the opening weekend than Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
Well, yeah, because
because I think that time period when 2 came out, they were at a bigger stride than 1. 1 came out like right after fucking Avengers, dude. It was like Avengers.
so I mean, Avengers was like kind of them hitting their stride.
I think Avengers was the start of their stride, dude. I didn't even watch a single Marvel Cinematic Universe movie until I heard Avengers was coming out. Then I binged all of them, and then I went and saw Avengers. And I feel like a lot of people went and saw Avengers first. I know it's not your story.
I mean, I remember I watching Iron Man was like almost like an accident. Like I didn't know they were about to get into what
that's
they.
crazy.
Well, like I didn't know what they were getting into.
You're a rarity in this for sure. And like for comic book nerds, don't get me wrong, dude. I fuck with all of y'all. Like if you really are about it, yeah, you would have been excited about Iron Man release. Me, I never really liked comic book movies, and I never liked comic books. I wasn't a huge fan of the original Spider-Mans. I didn't really watch any comic book movies before that. I didn't really like Blade, like none of that shit. Like, but when
Then like Wesley Snipes is crazy.
no, I just didn't care. Like,
I didn't even know that was Marvel at first. Like,
Yeah.
originally,
That's wild.
growing up when I was like 14 when that came out, I didn't know that was Marvel
Wow,
properties.
that's crazy.
The first superhero movies that I remember liking was literally The Dark Knight. I didn't even see Batman Begins first. I saw The Dark Knight, and you were saying this on a podcast the other day, weren't you? And
Most
someone
people
was
saw The Dark Knight before.
yeah,
I
and
saw
someone
it.
was arguing with you about it, and I was sitting there listening to it, and I'm like, yeah, dude, I saw The Dark Knight first too. I didn't even know Batman Begins was part of the same trilogy because it was called Batman and one was called Dark Knight. I didn't even know it was the same trilogy. But see, you're scratching your head because you're a fan, right? Like it's just different time period. I didn't become a fan until I saw Dark Knight, and I was like, oh, superhero movies can actually be good. And like that was my first time because the Spider-Mans I thought were cheesy little kids movies when it came out. And I was too grown for all that. You know what I'm saying? I was getting laid. I was getting laid already.
You're done.
You're a fucking loser.
I'm glad somebody said it. All right, so James Gunn held it down. We could say.
Facts, yeah.
Writing was great.
They are gonna miss him. Like, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
Yeah, you
like,
did.
I just said sorry.
Doesn't excuse it.
Regardless, they are really gonna miss him in Marvel. Like everything that he did for Guardians, doing the service he did with the first one, opening them to space to give them the Infinity Saga. Like,
Yeah, hats off to him for sure.
I think DC will be in very good hands. I'm excited to see what he does.
Yeah, I like what you said earlier, where like you're okay with stepping away from Marvel and then shifting to DC because like
100%.
I'm ready for some good DC content too. Like,
Have you
it's
seen the
overdue.
rollout?
Was I done?
Oh, I was asking.
Was I done?
No.
It's overdue to get some good DC content, like Hardbody.
Yeah,
like
And
it's
that's the
overdue.
difference between me and him. I apologize for interrupting you. He doesn't.
Wait,
okay.
did you see the rollout though? Did you watch the video where James Gunn talked about all the
I
projects?
didn't watch that, but
I would just take your time and watch it because it's like a 10-minute video, but he just walks through all the releases he's gonna do and what his plans are for all of them. He's gonna do like Bat Family, and he's gonna do like all these weird like
Swamp Thing. I think is on
yeah,
that,
Swamp
which I wanna
Thing.
check
He's
out.
gonna have a new Superman, you know, with the whole thing. Like he's gonna come in and really start from scratch. And
with Zack Snyder, right?
no, not at fucking all. And you know what's cool about James Gunn is, you know, from everything I've heard, he's a serious fan of the comics. Like unlike Kevin Feige, who like pretends he is, I don't think he actually
Wow.
is. I think he's in it for the for the
You
check.
believe that?
James Gunn is a serious fan of the content. Like he's a
The Nerd Nugget.
He's a nerd nugget, and I love that because that's what I want. I want people who really care about what they're making movies about and what they're writing about. I don't want people who are pretending to care just for a cash out, like She-Hulk or some shit, right?
I think with him, what I'm curious to see with is he excels the most when he writes and directs, from what I've seen, and I wonder how some of these will translate with other people directing his written content. Like, I hope that translates well.
Like,
I don't know if he's gonna write. I think he's just gonna be a producer.
Are you?
He'll probably direct a couple of them.
I want to. I can't confirm.
Like
but
he's a great like sports reference. He's a phenomenal offensive coordinator, and like can put together a game plan. But like, can you be a head coach and delegate it for it to go correctly in the way that you want it to go?
I have faith.
I like that
because he cares.
Yeah.
Because he cares, and I think a head coach, if they care and they care about their players, they care about their coaches, I think they can make it work.
I think it's good too because you could say like Kevin Feige was doing his thing, like, and he's now like super head coach, and they haven't had competition, so they got kind of lazy. So
Well,
now it's like we got two rivals. Like this could be good.
competition.
I don't know if they got lazy or they just
Nah,
got political.
I think
Both.
that it's both.
More political than lazy. But
No, I think it's more lazy, to be honest. If you look at what they've put out, it's lazy.
There's no need for as much money as they spend on those movies. There's no reason they shouldn't all slap.
Correct.
There's no.
It's
You're spending
laziness.
$200 million. Like
They know people are gonna go. Like it's just it's flat out laziness. They were like, oh, dude, we got DC like out of the fucking arena right now.
Yeah.
Why? Like we can just throw anything out there and people watch. People are fucking
That's
idiots.
So stupid,
But
bro.
like, dude, you could look at it, anything in life. Madden, go into video games. Madden has a monopoly on NFL games. Why do you think Madden has sucked for the past 15 years? Because they have no fucking competition.
Right.
Nobody to push them to be any better.
Right.
You're gonna fucking get that now, and that's like it's a problem Call of Duty's running into. Like right now, like Call of Duty hasn't really had competition for its genre. Like Battlefield flopped, like Fortnite for little kids. But like now, like all these streamers are putting together these gaming studios that's going to push Call of Duty to do fucking better. And you can, I mean, shout out, Season 3 Reloaded today. Like you can see them making changes.
Shout out your shirt.
Oh yeah, Midnight Society. What's up?
Literally dead drop.
Literally dead drop. Midnight Society. Founder, by the way.
Yeah.
But so like competition breeds the best, and
I agree.
I'm excited for that from DC and hopefully from Marvel.
I think just Marvel's too far behind at this point. I don't think they can retroactively get out of the
don't
shit
think
that they
that's
have
true.
coming in their way. They've already started production on a lot of these projects, and they have a problem with rewrites as it is.
Again,
They-
time on the clock, man. There's
I
a
don't
lot
know,
of time
dude.
on that clock, buddy.
I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it all pans out at the end of the day. But yeah, I believe that. I mean, they fired their CEO at like 11 o'clock at night on a Sunday at an Elton John concert or some shit.
that's fucking. Good.
Like that's how and then they go ahead and fire the head of VFX, and she's like been known to be like this socio-political like ideology
But, like, that's the
bullshit.
thing.
So we'll see. Maybe they're trying to make a move on it, but
They've been losing too much money, and the only thing the mouse cares about at the end of the day is money. So if you look at what the movie landscape has done lately, let's go back to like the most recent movie until this one that's like non-political at all. Do you guys know what it is off the top of your head?
what, a Marvel movie?
No, any movie. You guys did a review on it. It's Top
Top
Gun.
Gun. Yeah, not political. at all.
Top Gun wasn't political at all. It was just a good movie, and it did fucking numbers because they
100%.
didn't shove anything down our throat.
No, I thought you were asking in Marvel.
No,
I was
no,
like,
I correct.
So-
I asked that.
So it's Top Gun.
Yeah.
And then this Guardians of the Galaxy movie, there's nothing political about this. It's just a good movie. And it's running numbers.
I agree.
You could
All-
say it's preaching PETA, but I thought it was tasteful.
No, I don't think
PETA
it was,
loved this movie.
Oh, for sure. But I don't think it was preaching PETA. I think it was
I don't think
more
so
like
either.
I don't even think Peter would like this movie. I think they'd be
They
like,
loved
it's
it.
animal cruelty.
Yeah, it's
You
animal
shouldn't have put
cruelty.
it in a movie.
Nah,
But anyways,
they made a statement.
anyways,
agree.
though, you like their studios, you're gonna see them go back to being like, oh, if we just put out good movies, people will like come and watch.
I hope so. But
Like-
what also could happen is they could just go back to exactly what they thought. What you said before is, oh, we're doing so well. Once this movie does the numbers, it's gonna hit $1 billion. Let's be real. It's if it doesn't hit $1 billion, I'll be really surprised. It's gonna hit $1 billion.
gonna hit $1 billion.
They're gonna be like, oh my god, like see, we're doing it right again. We're good. We can just keep going with whatever the fuck we want. People are gonna come see our movies.
I don't think so. It's like fashion. It comes in trends.
Yeah, the Marvels is gonna flop.
Oh,
shit
heavily. I
looks
think they already
bad.
know that.
Yeah, they do. They do that. They
That's a start for them.
They
Like, know it's
backseated.
gonna
Well,
suck.
they backseated
They
their main character in their own movie. It was supposed to be Captain Marvel fucking 2. It's not because she's fucking
Well,
Brie
the
Larson.
thing is
and everyone hates her.
Wow.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that bitch. No questions asked.
So
You wanna
does
talk
that, what
about,
does that
like-
make you happy that she's backseated?
Thank God, but I'm still not gonna go see that fucking dumbass movie.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Really aggressive.
So
I mean, like Monica Rambeau is like she got her superpowers from walking through a wall.
yeah.
Like,
Again,
are you serious,
like,
dude? Come on, bro.
all the content that they put out, they're obviously pulling back on it now.
What,
I
on D
think-
plus you're talking about?
Yeah, and I think
D plus?
D plus. So obviously they're pulling that back, and
Disney
I think
Plus.
I think
You're
you're
done.
gonna start seeing movies like this where it's like, oh, we had this plan, but like as a TV show, it's not gonna work. We're scrapping.
So you
that.
think the MCU is over?
the MCU?
The MCU.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, dude.
There's a lot. There's
Girl
a lot.
power, dude.
There's a lot of opportunity for them coming out with movies to do a good job.
You didn't see the thing they dropped on D plus? The thing about like girl superheroes that are all like documentaries about like each girl superhero and
I'm gonna
how
throw this water bottle.
how
at
much
your
girl
head if you
power
call it
they
D
had.
plus again.
Huh?
I'm gonna throw this water bottle at your head if you call it D plus again.
It's D plus. Let's be real. Has there been anything that's good come out on it that's better than a fucking D grade? No. It's all garbage, dude. Mandalorian
Marvel?
season 1 was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Season 2 was okay. Then they fucking Boba Fett was the worst fucking show I've ever seen in my life. Fucking the new fucking Han Solo movie. I mean not Han Solo. The new Obi-Wan show was the worst show I've ever seen in my life. And then Mandalorian 3, they dropped the ball fucking again. And then
I disagree.
And/or everybody dick rides. I can't even fucking watch it. I'm so fucking bored. Everybody says it's a fucking phenomenal show. I'm halfway through it. I'm like, dude, I'm fucking bored. It's God. Like, I just don't get it. Where's the hype? I don't see it.
I've been having him watch Doctor Disrespect too much. I'm bored.
I mean, for real though. And then it's like, okay, then you switch over to Marvel. What Marvel fucking show was good? Name one.
WandaVision was interesting,
Bro.
Dude, well, I liked WandaVision. You can back the fuck up.
Okay, dude.
WandaVision was actually well written and well executed.
Oh yeah, it was great, dude.
I didn't hate the Falcon and Winter Soldier.
It was
Didn't hate
awful, dude. Awful.
I didn't hate it.
Absolute god
I didn't
awful.
like it.
That again, my words were, did I say it was good? No, I said I didn't hate
I
it.
just said I didn't like it.
I'm trying.
You're being
it's him.
defensive. You're right. It's him.
It's him over there.
He's hateful.
What else came out?
I mean, here's the thing.
What
I
else
watched,
came out on D plus?
See, you like it. You low-key like it.
D plus.
WandaVision, I think WandaVision on some real shit is an A show.
You're crazy.
A.
You're an absolute fucking lunatic.
Okay.
Just keeping it a buck. It set up all this bullshit. It completely destroyed Wanda Maximoff character. Set up all this bullshit that
Made
it
her
just
character way more interesting. What
No,
the fuck are you
di-
talking about?
No, it didn't.
To you.
It just ruined it. It
Okay.
ruined her character. She became a sociopath within days. And then Monica Rambeau says, no one will know how much you sacrificed. You fucking captured people for months and tortured them. And then she just walks away and has no repercussions? I'm sorry, what the fuck is this?
I mean,
You can't stop her.
And
Somebody
she-
for her powers
There's
doesn't
literally a
have
girl.
repercussions.
There's literally a lady. If you won't let us go, just kill us. No one will know what you sacrificed. What? Your fake fucking children? What the fuck is this?
It's real to her.
It's garbage, dude. It's
real
hot
to
garbage.
her.
It's hot fucking garbage.
Here's the thing: is like you're like she gets to sit there and walk away with no repercussions. Yeah, that happens every fucking day to people in power. They do shit and walk away with no repercussions.
She's not in power.
Yes, she is.
Doctor Strange is in power.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is, dude. Where was Doctor Strange that movie? Where was he? That TV show? Where was he? She captured a fucking entire town. Where was Doctor Strange? Where was he? On vacation?
Off doing his own shit. Like,
He's fucking the second to the Sorcerer Supreme. At the time, he was second to the Sorcerer Supreme at the time. Where is he? Where's Wong? Where the fuck are they? Oh, sorry, they're fucking off.
well, they can't fucking do anything to her.
What do you mean they can't do anything?
Because
Save the
she's-
people. Be heroes, for fuck's sake. Where are the heroes? We're watching fucking a Marvel Cinematic Universe with heroes. Where are the heroes? Please tell me.
Yo, they couldn't fuck with her.
Yeah.
So they just said,
And it was.
I'm too
and-
scared.
Listen, you spaz. Okay, listen. They didn't fuck with her, and also it was like a short lapse of time.
No, it wasn't. It was months.
How many months? I'm gonna look this up.
Go
You need
ahead.
to chill.
yeah,
Like,
chill.
Like when you're not
They
saying
had a
when you're
chance to
not-
get all of Sword out there and set up a whole camp outside of it. Doctor Strange can't fly over there and just sling ring it,
Bro,
land
it was-
right inside of the fucking shit.
Yo, it was a hostage situation. How do they treat hostage situations?
Dude, if I'm Doctor
With delicacy.
Strange,
Okay.
does Doctor Strange handle anything with delicacy? Anything ever?
No,
Why
that's the
does
problem.
he
Is that his character? No, he would have busted right in there with a sling ring and be like, Wanda, what the fuck are you doing?
And
he would have fixed it.
And he would have.
But no, they wrote him out of it. They
fucked him up.
They wrote him out of it because it's a D+ show and they couldn't afford to fucking pay both of them. That's all it is. It's garbage. It's hot fucking garbage. It's what it is, dude. You can't have a connected cinematic universe and not connect it out of your convenience because a plot
They
fucking
do that
convenience.
all the fucking time.
And it's garbage. It's fucking garbage. How is that not garbage? You make a cinematic universe with connected fucking storylines and you don't explain why fucking the Sorcerer Supreme isn't stopping a girl from fucking taking over an entire fucking town and torturing people.
Bro, this claim that you're making is you can make with every single superhero movie.
No, that's
yes.
wrong. No, they cover their ass on so many of the good ones.
Oh my God. Stop.
Where's Tony Stark in Winter Soldier? Where is he?
Where's
Dude,
Tony
you
Stark
can
in
make
Winter
that
Soldier?
argument
It's not
every
a big,
time.
It's not a big enough battle. Tony Stark doesn't
it's
have
not
to
a
be
big
there.
enough battle. That's
it's not a big enough town in the fucking middle of New Jersey that they don't fucking care about.
You're just choosing to hate it.
Yeah.
Bro, check tape. Like that as your claim that you're making.
Literally go see this is the thing, dude. I watch fucking movie reviews all day long. That's all I do.
Okay.
Movie reviews all day long. And unanimously in the movie review fucking scene, everybody thinks fucking WandaVision is trash. Because it is. Go look at the plot holes.
Okay,
there's plot holes all through it.
Just because everybody unanimously thinks that doesn't mean it's true. There's a bunch of people that think they're guys that are girls, and a bunch of girls that think they're guys.
Everybody else that's rational says that's bullshit.
Okay.
The vast majority of people think that's bullshit.
Vast majority is never the most rational, my guy.
The vast majority thinks that fucking men can't be women.
Stop talking. You're making all these claims that are just like your opinion, and they're like not accurate.
Okay, so that plot hole isn't accurate.
I'm just like you're only applying these certain situations.
I'm just talking about facts, dude.
You're applying the certain plot holes that fit your narrative.
No,
exactly.
You can't
Bro,
unexplain it.
I just explained it to you.
Please.
Where was Tony Stark during Winter Soldier?
He doesn't need to be there, dude.
Oh my God, but you just made that up,
correct.
like-
Doctor Strange doesn't need to be in a town in the middle of fucking New Jersey, swords handling it. Who gives a fuck?
Dude, she's
dude?
the most powerful sorcerer in the world. She stopped Thanos with one hand. With one single hand.
And she's gonna fuck Doctor Strange up.
And she's unleashed.
She's gonna fuck Doctor Strange up in a fucking hostage situation.
She had one hand, destroying an Infinity Stone with one hand and stopping Thanos with fucking 4 stones in his hands with the other. And she is the most powerful person on the planet, and nobody's gonna stop her when she's unleashed.
You're making our own fucking point because if somebody goes in there, she's fucking bodying.
So Doctor Strange just backed out because he's not a take a step back on this one. I'm scared.
He's kind of a fucking douchebag. So yeah, I think he's pussy.
So your answer is Doctor Strange was scared.
But you're just assuming like these reasons they're not showing up in the other films. But this film, you're like, no, where is this one character? I want him to be there. He would be there. You're like making up these narratives to fit your argument. There's
also an argument of did Captain America? I mean, did Tony Stark even know what was going on in Captain America? Did he even have any fucking idea?
But why can't you apply that same principle to this situation with Doctor Strange?
He's the Sorcerer fucking Supreme.
But like he might not fucking know, and he's not the Sorcerer Supreme. You said he's second in command.
His line in his own dialogue says, "My job is to protect your reality, douchebag." Is she not breaking reality? I mean, literally. I'm taking from the same content here. Like, my job is to protect your reality, douchebag. And she's literally fucking with reality, and he's just not there.
And if he goes in there, he's getting fucking killed.
So he's scared.
Yes.
So that's your answer.
Yes.
Thank you.
I think he's pussy.
Love it, dude. That's a great answer.
And I love every fucking little thing that you tied in to fit it. Like, to fit your narrative. That was phenomenal.
Yeah, I
can keep going if you wanted to.
No,
Ralph Boner.
We're good with it. We're good with it.
Again, there's no defense to what I'm saying. I just don't get it. I'm trying to wrap my fucking head around how you can say a show is fucking phenomenal. It's an A+ show, but I can't even defend.
I said A.
It's an A+ show, and I can't even defend one fucking plot hole.
I said it was.
I said it more than once, in more than one way, and so did he.
And the thing is,
said so. Your final is he's scared.
We're done with this.
Okay,
I don't
so
even
you can't
think it's an A. really quick. I don't think it's an A show. I think it's a fine show. It's not bad.
C-. It was good for 6. It was good for the first 7/8, and the final act was fucking garbage. It was all garbage, hot garbage. So flying around and shooting laser beams at each other.
Okay, so what are we scoring Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3?
Wait, hold on. I have one more thing I want to say about Guardians of the Galaxy.
Ratings, please.
Unless you want to end it.
If you have more to say about Guardians, like hit it.
Of course. And just so you know, I think this is hot content. So like, if you, I'm just going like, if you don't think people like this shit,
it's fine. I wish that you in the moment knew what you were saying and heard what we were saying, because I think if you check tape, you'll realize what we're saying more so.
Like,
If you're missing
I hear
it
what
now,
you're saying.
then
I'm
you
looking
shouldn't
for
be
debate.
then
we gave the like we
scared is
we
what you
handled it.
said.
But
Scared.
there's more than one thing that we said
and
in
then
different
said
scenarios.
he might not just know, or it was too short.
I'm saying that you can, based off what you're doing, you can make up whatever you want to make it work. He's scared. Maybe he was on vacation. You're just making up shit in these other films is why other characters aren't there and you're not mad about it. But in this scenario, you're mad about it. And if that's your main claim to be mad about it, it doesn't make any sense.
There's so many. I just said there's so many. I could go on 15 different plot holes of that show. So I'm talking about one, and I was trying to debate that one, but I could keep going.
On plot holes for so many things that we all like.
No, that's wrong.
Okay.
There's some, but not 15.
What was the other joint that you wanted to hit about this?
Yes.
There was one thing that threw me off a little bit, and it was from carryover from the holiday special. I didn't really like the set of Nowhere. It didn't feel like the same place from the first movie.
Not the first movie, but the Christmas special it did.
Yeah, it was the same set. That's why they actually used the same physical set. But I'm saying like I like Nowhere had such more of like a.
It was darker.
It was a darker kind of like weird, weird vibe, and not just that because they took it over, so maybe they changed the life there, but just like the way it looked was the way it looked was completely different, and I wasn't really convinced on that set, and it seemed so small compared to like before. It was like this giant celestial head where it's like this mining colony, and like it felt like a really integrated kind of world building location, whereas in the new one it felt like just this small contained little space, and then you could like fly it around now and shit. I just was like, I was a little thrown off by the Nowhere thing, which I thought was cool, but I like the whole sequence when Cosmo's holding the ships together and whatnot. Like I thought that was tight, but literally tight.
Word.
Airtights, I would say.
But I just felt like Nowhere just didn't feel like convincing enough that it was the same location.
Didn't acknowledge it fully. I did on the principle of like it seemed smaller, but like the head was, and it was an aircraft, like that didn't click actually, and it did feel like a planet versus like, I mean that was a ship size that was
like
in
the Death Star, you know what I mean? I guess
smaller though, because the ship that looked kind of similar in size came out of the bay, and
shout out to the bay.
And what's that place called? Counter Earth.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah, and Counter Earth. Yeah, no, and they were up against each other, and they were about the same size, so I get it. But
like, I didn't even notice that was the Nowhere at the end till you said that. So like, I totally had a disconnect with Nowhere from the first film.
No,
and the other, like, to piece that together, I also felt like that ship, if it was the same size as Nowhere, I don't think they did a very good job at like
showing it,
giving us that example. Planet. They're going from one place in the ship to another, like it's kind of no problems. But then
again, they are like building a planet around it, so like it took forever to get out of the ground. So I guess
that was cool, but the inside is what I mean. Same thing with Nowhere. Nowhere looked big from the outside, but just the inside on both felt small.
I mean, hey man, there's layers, there's cages, you know, they get dropped down into a pit, you know.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's true. There was
Celestials come out of planets, you know, similar size, you know.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
See, I'm just talking myself through it, you know.
No, I like it. Yeah, it was just one of those little things where, especially Nowhere, I was just like, at the beginning, I was like, I just don't really like this set. Yeah. I think, you know, it's not convincing to me. The set that they had, whatever they did for the first Nowhere was so much tighter.
It's a little bubbly in this one. I was like, look at our home. But I think honestly, it made it feel like a home.
Really quick, just now that you're talking about it, it seemed like a Crash Bandicoot like level. Like,
something like that.
Like,
where's Tadalier Tavon anyway? Like, I don't think they ever completed his story arc, did they? Because after Thanos pretends to kill him, but then he disappears. Did Thanos actually kill him? Because he projected that he did with the Reality Stone, but like, because that was his spot. Like the Tavon company is what started the mining on Nowhere, and he had his collector's thing there, and like, I just don't even know if the story arc was ever really truly completed.
Maybe when Tony snapped, he made sure they didn't come back. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
It's a plot hole. It's a plot hole in this movie.
I don't like that one.
You know what?
So like, that's stupid. I hate it. This doesn't make any sense.
This
it's fucking
movie,
C+ at
C+
best.
content from Disney. You know, it's
like
D+.
It's okay. So
D+ content.
Oh, and by the way, Loki was just ruined by sociopolitics. They made him a fucking female and get beat up by girls the whole fucking show. It's like, dude, Loki's a fucking gangster. So again, another D+ show.
He was getting beat up by a version of himself. So
yeah, which was a girl, obviously. Girl power. Go girls.
PSA brought to you by John Smith.
John
Can
John
I
Smith hates
can't do
women.
my PSA without you ad-libbing? Goddamn.
No, of course.
Did you want to do the
Whatever
PSA? I'm sorry, I didn't ask.
No, I don't hate women. Let me defend myself because you can't just say that and me not say something. Dude, I don't hate women. I just am so tired of them taking women, right, and making them have all the same characteristics as men to show their superhero abilities. Where's the days of Black Widow where she's really good at being a spy and other men aren't as good as a spider? She can't.
You don't think James Bond is as good of a spy as Black Widow? That's sexist of you.
Well, you get what I'm saying, though. Like, where women are good because they're women at being women things, not just like make them have the same strength and power set as a man and then fight a man with the same strength and power set and then beat them. Like, I'm tired of it. That's all. But I love women. Trust me. Women are fucking phenomenal and they're beautiful in their own right, but they're not men.
Do you want to say the PSA? Go for it.
No, I'm good.
That PSA announcement brought to you by John Smith as well. So, would you like to say anything else about the film? I think he's pretty much covered it.
Yeah, I think and so. In a good way. It was
C+ at best.
No, I really enjoyed it. I'm excited to see what they do with Peter Quill. I think this is a good step in the direction for Marvel. I think the box office is going to push this back in the direction that we enjoy. I'm trying to think like projects. Like I wanted to get into it because we were talking about like they have like a lot of opportunities coming up for like original projects where they're like going to end up redoing X-Men and we're going to get a Fantastic Four and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to that. So that'll give them some new fresh content going into Secret Wars, which I think will be good because then you can go back to the well with the old content as well. So I'm excited for it. Hopefully it's decent. And if it sucks, well, it sucks. I don't know.
Yeah.
Respect it.
With this movie specifically, I really think the ending send-off to all the characters was just so well deserved. And I think James Gunn did so much justice by his characters to give them what they really, really needed in order to feel like it was a complete story.
Agreed.
And that was beautiful to me. It made me feel like the rest of the MCU could be butchered from here on out. But I feel like what I got from Guardians of the Galaxy 1, 2, and 3 as a contained storyline and the Infinity War and stuff in there, when I take Guardians' story as a contained thing, it's always and forever going to be beautiful for me, and it'll never be destroyed. And that is a beautiful feeling. Whereas like there's a lot of trilogies where like, or even storylines like Thor's last movie really hurt me because I really liked where Thor's story was going. And they broke that like over and over again. So it just feels good that it's almost like the Iron Man to Endgame. That as a contained story will never be broken.
Yeah.
No matter what happens afterwards, it'll never be broken.
That's true.
That's the way I feel about the Guardian story. And that's something that I think matters the most to me.
It just hit me that I realized that you're not necessarily an MCU fan. You're a Guardians fan that enjoys the MCU. So it all makes sense.
Not exactly. I would disagree with that. There's a lot of the MCU that I'm in love with. And Guardians just happens to be my favorite characters in it. It's not because I'm just a Guardians fan, but I understand where you could think that from this conversation, but it's not the case. I love Thor. Thor's character is one of my favorites, if not my favorites. And let's be real, like I'm Thor. You know what I'm saying? I'm kidding. But yeah, and then Iron Man, obviously, Spider-Man. I think Spidey's dope in the MCU.
Shout out Tom Holland.
Even Winter Soldier and Black Panther, like all these characters I'm in love with. I just think Phase 4 was just the worst thing that's ever happened to cinema. And
cinema.
And so I'm really salty. Yeah. So that's
You're hurt. You're scoring decks.
We can get you treatment for that.
Yeah.
We'll get the help you need.
And before you move on to DC, your new girlfriend, just give Marvel, maybe a little bit longer to, get their attitude adjusted.
All right. So should I go see the Marvels in theaters?
No, I skipped that one.
Okay, thanks. Give me the pass.
Yeah, it's funny because these are my favorite films, but growing up, it was X-Men and Spider-Man was like my go-tos, and Batman. And I've really been bummed out with X-Men and the situation of X-Men on screen. I'm still hopeful, but I am excited for that. And the Guardians, it is the best of these movies, but I would have never thought that if you like 10 years ago or whatever. Like
absolutely not.
I never even heard of the Guardians of the Galaxy until the first movie. So yeah. So shout out to them for making this what it is. It's like more than just like a superhero film. It, like respects film. So that's dope.
Love that, dude. I agree.
What's the are you good? You want to hit some scores?
Yeah, let's do it.
Ratings.
What you got?
Me first?
You first.
Oh shit. I'm gonna hit this movie with a 9.3.
I like it.
It's interesting. 8.9.
Oh, check it. I'm gonna hit it with a 9.1.
I knew you were going 9.1.
How did you know?
9.1 originally popped in my head, and I was like, you know what? It's actually gonna go. Yeah, triple power. I was like, I'll go right below a 9.
I respect it.
For people who want to tear apart this movie, they're just stupid. To be
Yeah.
honest, it's like it's just sit back and watch.
I feel the same thing with one of people that feel that way about WandaVision.
I feel like that with people with the majority of stuff that comes out. There's certain things that have gone too far. Like we were getting to that point with Phase 4 with Marvel, and I think we've reached that point with Star Wars where it's like, okay, now like, you know, let's like start like digging into it. But like if you don't like this movie for whatever reason, you're just a hater and like whatever. It's a good movie.
like even
you give him a side eye.
like
Yeah,
even a
like-
plot hole in this movie that people talked about, and James Gunn even responded via text, is why didn't Peter Quill have his mask and boots when he's in the space? Like, where's his mask? Why is he not wearing it? Like, what the fuck? And James Gunn even tweeted. He said he left it in his desk on nowhere. So like, yeah, he even knows like, yeah, he probably should have had it.
Well, like he was also drunk. You know, shit happens.
He's
Totally drunk.
He was super
Like,
drunk. Yeah. So I mean, little stuff like that. But that's not make or break for this movie at all. They're little. They're not world breaking. And people want to talk about how it's just a get the thing they need to get plot.
Yeah.
Sure, dude. But the character work in it is so good. If people want to talk about the quips and they don't like quips, well, then you just don't like this type of movie.
Correct.
Like, don't watch it then if that's not your style. It's like it at the end of the day, this movie is undeniably, objectively fucking phenomenal.
Agreed.
And the trilogy is just fucking James Gunn, dude. I fucking think you're the man.
I think all these movies are 8s for sure. At
And
a
above.
bare minimum.
Oh, agreed.
Yeah, like
I would think I would give the Guardians of the Galaxy 1 a 9.1 or 9.2 just because OG probably 9.2, but like maybe 9.1. That's what I'm saying. They're like right there. And I did review Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, like one of my first reviews. It's like a short
fire.
review.
Yeah.
I think I gave it a 8.5.
interesting.
I think.
if I were to rate the three, this one 8.9, one 8.7, two 8.5.
Say them again, sorry.
This one 8.9 because I think it's the best out of the three. First one 8.7. I think Villain in this one puts it that much higher. And then the second one 8.5.
Oh. See, I respect it. Like, I'm not gonna argue a discrepancy because it's like a lot of it is preference.
Yeah, I would
different
go.
opinions.
I would go 9.9 on the first one. Like I'm
strong.
like 10. It would have been a 10 if like Quill didn't save the galaxy by like doing a dance in front of Ronan. And I thought about it when I was watching it today, and I was like, why didn't Ronan just like take a ship and like kind of bust out the back and just go find a place to land away from everybody to just put his thing down and destroy the plane? Like he didn't have to land his ship in order to do it.
But you could make the argument that you hate that because he didn't do that.
Well, no, but then I thought about it and I was like, I think Ronan is the way they built the character. He's a showy enough guy where he wanted to have a speech in front of the Xandarians. Like he wanted to stand there in front of everyone and be like, I'm going to destroy your planet because you ruined my fucking culture. Like, cause he does that. That's why he gets stopped by Quill doing a dance. So I thought about it. I was like, okay, it's cool. But that piece is the one point.
Are you making up a situation to fit your narrative?
No, I'm going based off the character work that was actually built.
Now my question is, since he was Kree, and then at that point Captain Marvel was a Kree, why didn't Captain Marvel go stop him from doing that? You know what I mean?
Captain Marvel stopping. So he was.
I'm being stupid. It's
Yeah, I don't.
It was
I don't
a- it
even
was a
know, dude.
callback.
Well,
Yeah.
well, you
I
want,
respect
See, the
it.
joke was
call-
funny because earlier you just kept bringing up plot.
I'll
holes,
tell
by the
you
way.
why.
It's
I'll
fine.
tell you why
It's
right
fine.
now, and that's because I'll tell you why. And
Jordan,
even though
Can we
even though
not?
it's a
Can
joke,
you not? Can you
even though
not
it's a
tell me
joke,
why?
Captain Marvel was written in afterwards and written like shit. So how about that?
Fair.
Okay. You win.
Anyway,
Let's go. All right. Can you guys hit some plugs?
I was gonna
Oh, you keep going.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I would give 9.0. So like 9.0, 9.3 for this movie, and then 9.9 for one.
Did you say 9.90?
No. He did say that, but I know what he was saying.
9.0 for Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah.
9.3 for Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, sorry, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is a 9.0, 3 is a 9.3, and then 9.9 for the first one.
Okay, I respect it. Like I said, like I think you said 8. If it's in the 8 to 10, I get it. It's definitely
And
good shit.
Then, like at that point, like we said, it's like it's preference. You know,
I think so. I mean,
people
so
like different things.
It's fast.
It's a game.
it's a game.
Game.
All right, so if you guys want to add some plugs or something, you can say something.
You want me to go first?
You go first.
All right. I'm over on YouTube, MG the Iceman, streaming Warzone every single day. Season 3 Reloaded just dropped, so make sure you go follow me at MG the Iceman. We're making progress towards becoming a partner on YouTube like One Up, What Up.
Congratulations.
Shout out, One Up, What Up, YouTube partner. So I'd appreciate a subscribe over there. Just check out my content. If you guys don't like Warzone and you like funny stuff, I still play with this guy all the time, and we argue about Warzone stuff over there, or sports or whatever. So make sure you stop by at MG the Iceman on all the socials, and hopefully I'll see you guys over there in the igloo.
Love it.
Word.
Love it. You already know what the fuck going on. It's John Smith. I do be streaming with this fool over here at John X Smith on YouTube. You can just type in John X Smith, just like a name. You don't got to put it together. You just John X Smith. And then you can catch me on Instagram, MG_John Smith. I do have a new song releasing at the end of this month called Fentanyl. Swag.
Very fitting to be up here. And
Yeah. But yeah, make sure you tap into that. It's going to come out last Friday of the month. So make sure you go check that out when it drops. And then I also got a song out that I released recently. It's called She in a Bag. So if you haven't went and listened to that, make sure you go tap in with that right now. Appreciate y'all.
Word. I appreciate both of you.
Appreciate you, dog.
It was a good episode. So
why are you laughing like that?
Because he's shitting on me. He's
'Cause
shitting on
nah.
me with you. He's got this little
What?
little thing with you, the little side eye and the snicker.
What you talking about?
It's all right, dude. Give me a Snicker bar. Watch how
You're
You
back.
don't need
You're
Snickers.
done.
You're a vegan.
You're done.
facts,
All
dude.
right.
I don't. It's got milk in it.
Pussy. Okay, so John Smith hit it with 9.3. Matt G hit it with an 8.9. I'm going to hit it with a 9.1. And I just want to say again, appreciate James Gunn, everybody a part of the crew. Y'all killed it. Salute to you. And I hope everybody listened to this episode, enjoyed it. I certainly did. It was funny most of the time. And I hope there was some good value in there. I think we talked about some cool shit. And I hope people go check the film out. It's a dope film. And yeah, I think it's going to wrap it up here at the movie rant break. I'll check you all next episode. See ya.